You torch me? We'll send someone in.
Good morning. Hello. It's Friday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am so glad to see you guys. Okie, yep. All my mods. Kate the Magnificent. Hey, Mama. Y'all send some good vibes for Mama because she's not feeling too good. Hey, Jana, Catherine, Candace, Miriam. Did I say that right? Oh, you're in Amsterdam? That's awesome. Afternoon. Yes, y'all make sure you hit that like button for me. Yes. Or if you're a hater, a full blown hater, hit the dislike. I don't give a fuck. Oh, hey, Deetsy. My sweet Deetsy. Her helped me out last night. Mama helped me out last night. We did a little bit of a deep dive. I will go into explaining that at the end of us listening to the phone call. But I got some tea for y'all, okay? Some motherfucking tea about Kiosk Kristin and Pablo. Okay. So I just want to thank y'all for being here. Let's just jump on over here and get ready. Uh let's see. Oh, we gonna spill the tea. We gonna spill the tea. Which Deets, you already know a little bit of it, but I think Queen Bella knows a little bit of it. Everybody I was working behind the scenes with knows a little bit of it. And it's, great. I'm grateful Queen Bella sent me something that made me want to check into it a little more. And I'm grateful I did. Oh, I'm grateful I did. All right. So, anyways, let's head on over to hang out with our new friends in the prison community. Ready? Everybody get your blunts, buckle up, make sure all the windows up. All righty. Everybody feeling right and tight this morning? Everybody feeling good after we had that little hot boxing sesh? Oh. They aren't. The prison community ain't ready for the trauma community at all. Hey, Irish. One sub. Hello. Hey, Remy. Hey, Pink Pixie. She had me in a rabbit hole and I think I'm still there. Yeah. It's mama's fault. She made me do this YouTube shit. It all comes back to her. So anyways, let's get it popping. All right, so we got Pablo here. Let me see. I could have swore I do. That's right here. Here is Pablo's channel. I have not watched this yet. It's going to be a genuine, real reaction. Mom said she watched it last night, but I didn't. So we're going to watch it right now together. There's Pablo's channel and I'm going to be alternating Pablo's channel and phone calls from Prison's channel in the chat. You can also find their links in the description.
Let's go. Let's see what today has in store for us.
In these jail calls, Wade Wilson learns that Kristen spoke with his dad on the phone. Kristen says that Wade's dad told her everything.
Don't play with me. I'll put Bullhorn Betty on the hood of that bus and we'll drop her ass off when we slam on brakes. You hear me?
Wade goes on to repeatedly insult his father. Take a listen.
Wow.
Hey, baby.
Okay.
Hey,
Juicy.
Hey, what's up?
nothing. Tell me what's up. I did everything you asked me to do.
Kristen. Kiosk Kristin.
Wars in this house, there's some wars in this house, there's some wars in this house, there's some wars in this house.
I said certified freak.
Let's get it.
Huh?
I did everything you asked me to do.
You did a lot. You did a lot. You did a lot, man. You did a lot. Thank you for doing that for me.
Oh, thank you,
You're welcome.
Pixie.
I take it she put a decent amount
Let me put the closed captioning on.
of money on his kiosk, huh?
So, yeah, what's up with the GoFundMe page?
It's up. I mean, it's up right now. And I keep having news reporters call me and text me. And oh my gosh,
More.
I don't want to be I don't want to be a part of the news thing. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
What about Jumpsuit Pablo's YouTube channel? You want to be you want to be a part of that? Because y'all.
That's not aging well for the tea I've got for y'all after this. Oh my God.
yeah, I know. What did my dad say? Did he say anything?
Yeah,
You know what? If y'all see me chain smoking, mind your business.
I pretty much told me everything.
He told you everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Good, I guess. Cool.
Nah, what'd he tell you?
Yeah, he's
What'd
tripping.
he tell you? Go ahead.
He told me everything, yeah.
Okay, so did Dad tell her that he confessed on the phone with him? I'm assuming so, and that's why Wade is like, I don't like that.
Yeah, he told me everything. Kind of laid it out there to me. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
He
you.
doesn't know. He doesn't know
Mine
everything. He
too.
thinks he does.
Listen, I absolutely fucking love going over these phone calls with y'all. So I love it. Thank you for being here.
He just fucking talk.
Yeah, he thinks he knows. All he knows is pretty much what I confessed in explicit detail to him. But other than that, he doesn't know anything.
Looking on his ass.
He's talking out of his ass.
Yeah,
Oh, Jennifer, thank you.
he does that a lot. He's done that like my whole life. But yeah, have you heard?
You haven't even, what do you mean? You haven't even known him your whole life. You met him when you were in prison the first time for 5 years.
Anything from the lawyer though? Have they said anything?
No, I haven't talked to the lawyer yet today. But like I said, I gotta get some money together for the lawyer for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of the GoFundMe page. And the whole point of the reporters wanting to talk to you is because they said it seems like you want to get your side of the story out there.
Okay, so Kristen Kiosk was, hold on, did I get that right? Hold on, let's rewind that. If they said anything, I haven't talked to the lawyer yet today. But like I said, I got to get some money together for the lawyer for you. So she's the one trying to get money together for the lawyer for him. She's the one that started that GoFundMe. Just so y'all know, they shut that GoFundMe down. But wow.
And that's the whole point of the GoFundMe page.
And let's remember, y'all, this is in 2019. I feel like I cannot say that enough. This was before trial. This was pre-trial. This was like before he was even charged with murder.
And the whole point of the reporters wanting to talk to you is because they said it seems like you want to get your side of the story out there. And you know, they asked me for proof of how it was that me and you, like you verbally telling me that to go ahead and post this, that you writing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They messaged me and they were like, we just wanted to make sure that the GoFundMe page is really by you. And I responded and I was like, yeah, it's really by me, you know? Like it's fucking.
Okay, but here's another problem I have is this means from the calls we listened to yesterday with Kristen Kiosk to this call today, where they're talking about a GoFundMe that she set up for him with his permission. Like, we're missing some calls here in between. I want to hear them even talking about the GoFundMe.
And not by anybody else. Like, it's actually by me. Because I guess they thought, like, maybe somebody had just, like, made a page and it wasn't by me. Shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. They were asking, like, hey, that GoFundMe page, is it really by you? And I was like, yeah, it's by me. So I guess that they thought that it wasn't by me. And so I had to tell them it was by me just to make sure that they didn't still think it wasn't by me. Shut up. God, this guy is so stupid. Look at his little face. Look at him. Long Johns.
Right. Well, that's and she said, she's like, Kristen, do you have the proof? And I was like, yeah, I got proof. She's like, but I don't want anything else to do with this. I was like, I'm doing this for a friend because he's a friend of mine, and like and that's it. I said, I don't want anything else to do with it. I don't want my.
Sorry, I yeeted myself. Let me pull it back up. That would make sense though, because so that means they talked about the GoFundMe and everything on email. Okay, got it. Listen, I'm not as cheery and happy with Pablo this morning, so I'm trying, but fair warning. It depends on what else I find as I continue to dig tonight and through the weekend. But fair warning, this may be the last time we use Pablo. I may just do the reactions on my own after this. We have to see. I got to check everything out.
Did this for Wade, I was like, and I said like in simple.
Hey, Queen Bell.
And your dad was like, you need to take that down right now.
My dad?
Yeah.
Good dad.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Why the fuck would he say that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe because you murdered 2 women in cold blood.
Yeah. Remember when Dad chumped him off and was going off on him in that phone call? He was like, you're a stupid motherfucker setting up a GoFundMe.
And you don't need a GoFundMe, brother. Them victims' families need a GoFundMe.
Oh, he was like, that's not my son talking. I was like, yeah, it is. It is your son talking.
I'm gonna call him and get on his ass, man, about this.
I'll tell y'all. So I almost wonder if this call with her was right before the call of him getting cussed out by his daddy. I'll tell y'all. I will clue y'all in. I promise. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just I'm up in the air with Pablo right now, and I will explain why. Let's get through the jail call first, though.
Because, like, yo, Dad, if you don't want to fucking help me with anything, well, we're gonna fucking do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna fucking do it myself and get it done. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that shit? That's just crazy,
Right.
man. That's
He was.
Huh?
Yeah, but he said that's not your son talking. I was like, yeah, it is. I said your son wrote that. I was like,
don't listen to him, man. Don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm not listening to him.
Oh, he's the crazy one. He's the crazy one. Get the fuck out.
I mean, he's not crazy. He's your dad. Stop it.
But he's
I can respect that she just said that. He's not crazy. Now, right here, it just says he's just ass, but that's not what she said. What she said is he's not crazy. He's your dad. Stop it. I respect her for saying
your son
that.
wrote that. I was like,
don't listen to him, man. Don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm not. Deets, welcome to the hippie hut, girl. Again, you're a mod. You ain't got to be a member. Thank you, though.
I'm not listening to him. He's not crazy. He's your dad. Stop it.
But
he said he loves you.
Yeah, did he? Well, that's great. You love me, but you're saying all this.
Remy, member for 10 months. Girl, beep, beep. Way to kiss. Beep, beep. Thank you so much for renewing, Remy. Deets just gifted 10 memberships. Make sure if you got one, you thank her. Thank you, Deetsy. Love, 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 love.
Bullshit. That doesn't fucking help.
He loves me, but he hadn't visited the kiosk.
Yeah, and then he was like, I don't want you to get your how do you say it? I don't want you to get yourself all tied up in something. You have kids. Wade did tell me about you. And
oh, trust me, Papa Wilson. She doesn't. Don't worry. She doesn't care about. She's not concerned about her kids. Don't.
No, not in this moment. She's not. Not in this moment. She's not. I agree. Zen, thank you for renewing, baby. 9 months. Thanks to whoever got me a gift. Probably Deetsy.
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't want you to get yourself all involved in something that, you shouldn't be involved with. And I'm like, I understand. I was like, and I'm not trying to get myself involved in anything. I was like, he just asked me to do a favor, and I was a friend, and I did a favor for him.
Yeah.
Wade is a psychopath. He is textbook psychopath.
Yeah, okay. Damn, man. What the fuck has he got going on?
Hey,
I'm going to call him and snap on him, man.
I'm going to call him and snap on him. Y'all remember that phone call? Wade didn't say much of anything. Daddy got that ass from the get. From the get, he got that ass.
Things to tell him. I'm not happy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He shouldn't have said that. He doesn't have any fucking place in my life. Like, that's not fucking his point, his, position to say anything.
Well, I guess I can't wait to hear the next call.
And see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're maybe out of order. I think this call was before Dad went off on them. But I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be in order. I don't know how they're releasing them 2 phone calls from prison. Oh, Mac talking smack, Mac attack. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Memberships. I appreciate it.
Welcome to the Hippie Hut, man. Let's vibe.
I don't know. I would love to know if the phone calls are in order. I felt like they were, but the way he's talking right now, I feel like this came before Dad.
With Wade your kiss and Papa Wilson.
You know what I
mean? JoJo, I'm glad to see you.
What do you think I should do, though? You think I should answer the questions the media's asking me, or no?
What are they asking you?
Everything.
Like everything, like what? They talk to me.
They're like, what happened on the night of this? What happened?
Yeah. You think I should answer the questions? They're asking me why I killed those women. Do you think
I should confess to the media since I've already confessed to the police, my dad, Mila, this other guy?
I don't know. You think I should answer? You think I should answer?
and then why this, why that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who'd you fucking? They're like,
You know, I also had another phone call where I told my dad how my lawyers told me to
You're good, Dix.
explicitly
We got a while.
shut my mouth and quit talking and quit trying to make up stuff and quit confessing, quit lying, quit talking about anything related to my case.
Okay. Jen Lou says right here, speaking from experience, they're released by how they're requested. Usually 1 month at a time, and they're uploaded to a program so they're in order. Interesting. Okay, so we may have another call from Wade and his dad, but I could have swore his dad said on the call where he cussed Wade out that was the last time he's talked to Wade. So we'll see.
But anyways, screw all that. You think I should talk to the reporters and talk about my case?
like, they're like, what'd you do you know, that night and shit like that. Everything. They're asking me, like, they're trying to figure out everything. And then they're asking me too, they're like, if there's anything that you could say to the people, what would you want to say? If there's anything that we could put on the news that you want to say to the people, what can we say?
Long
No, but I'll look into it, Georgia.
Johns. I didn't mean to. I apologize. I didn't mean to say that.
So I think I should answer like specific questions, but just not everything.
Hey, Grain.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, go ahead. If that's how you feel, do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it. And you're sending you credits, right?
Brilliant.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Right.
Did they say they were going to?
Yeah, they told me that they were going to.
Yeah, they sent me credits. Yeah.
So she is like working as like his PR manager or something. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, they're gonna put the money on my kiosk. They told me they put the money on the okay, yeah. So they put the money on my kiosk. I will literally sell myself out for money on the kiosk.
Yeah. So, hey, what?
See that?
What's so dang funny? The death penalty?
But listen,
yeah.
Well, but you got to expect this. I mean, something this big, of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, Roro, good morning. Also, see the way he's talking about doing the interview with the media. His dad cussed him out about doing the interview with the media. I'm just saying, for some reason, this one feels like it came before the cuss out session.
They want my name in it. I was like, I don't want to be a part of it.
No, it's in it. It's in it, sister.
I don't want to be a part of it. And your dad, I think your dad was like portraying like as if I wanted like stardom from this. And I'm like, no. That's not what it is at all. I'm like, at all. Like I just.
That's what you said.
No. I don't want fame. My main concern is making sure my daughter gets in contact with a woman murderer. That's my first and foremost goal here. I want to make sure that I abandon my duty as the role of a protector and a leader, as a parent to my daughter, and directly connect her onto the phone with Wade Wilson.
Not a good idea, girl. Not a good idea.
That's my ultimate objective. So that's what I told him.
You know, like the way he said it, like the way he portrayed it, and it came out of his mouth was as if I was trying to. He goes, I don't know what you're trying to do or what you're trying to gain from this. He's like, I was like, I'm not trying to gain anything from this. I said, all I know is your son knows that he has a friend in me, and that's it. Point blank and simple. I was like, I'm not trying to gain anything from it at all. He's like, well, what is it that how is it you know my son? I was like, well, I knew a friend that knew him.
Yeah, Dad isn't fucking with Kiosk Kristin at all. And he's being protective because he doesn't, like, Wade's already got himself in enough trouble. He doesn't want people taking advantage and profiting off of his son, because not only is it profiting off his son, it's profiting off of what he did. It's profiting off of two victims.
Hey, listen, can I tell you something? Will you do me a favor, Kristen?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Do me a
I
favor.
don't get
Block his number. Please block his number. Just do it.
Hey,
Just block it.
Landry.
Block it.
She ain't gonna do
Okay.
that. She ain't gonna do that.
I
Do
will.
that for you, promise.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I promise.
Yeah, because he's honestly
She's
like,
not gonna do it.
listen, he's no good. He's no good.
Says the murderer. That my dad's no good. The fuck? It pisses me off hearing him talk about his dad like that.
He's really no good. I thought, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to have my back and shit. He's no good, man. He's not.
Oh, but you were happy. You said he did the right thing by turning you in, Wade. He did the right thing, remember? Because you were 100% going to continue killing. You said so.
It's not gonna.
And like everything he told me, I was just like floored. I was like, oh my God. I want to hear him more.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even know, man. He's just fucking thinking like, I don't know what he's thinking. You know what I'm saying?
He said that you talked to him and
It's almost like he's trying to warn. It's so stupid, really. It's so stupid. What he's trying to do, Kristen, he's trying to warn other women about the monstrous woman killer that I truly am, so that other women will
Don't
not
get killed.
get involved with me. And it's ridiculous. And
how dare he? How dare he try to give these women a heads up of who they're dealing with? What?
Where does he get off? Because I'll tell you where he didn't get off. Anywhere near the proximity of the kiosk. Not once. Not once. Block him.
told him stuff on the video camera at the jail.
Nah, no, definitely not.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, don't you think they would have charged me already?
Wasn't me.
Don't you think they would have?
Yeah.
Nope. Wasn't me.
Yeah, they would have.
That was somebody else with a swastika under their eye and stitches on their lips. Nope. Wasn't me.
So, nah, he's fucking tripping, man. He's tripping. That's why I'm saying I'm not even gonna fuck with him at all. You know?
He shouldn't fuck with you. He actually put up with you way more than he should have.
I want people to have my back, people to support me, people to fucking, you know what I'm saying, be on my side. Not
well,
start GoFundMe, start petitions, write me poems. That's what he wants.
or not.
I got your back, babe. I got your back. I got your back.
I know, baby. I know you do. I know you got my back, baby. I know. That shit kind of made me like down a little bit, but whatever, man. It is what it is.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you down. I just wanted to tell you what your dad said. It put me down when he came out and told me the things that he told me, you know? And I was just like, I mean, I was like,
she's yet to disclose what he told her, but I can take a wild guess. He probably told her, listen,
he confessed.
He got on the phone. He told me I ran her. It was very bad, Dad. I ran her over like 100 times. They couldn't identify her body at first. She looked like spaghetti. Yeah, I strangled that girl. Yeah, I know I have a problem with drugs. Yeah, you know, his dad asked him over and over and over, why are you so mad at women? Why do you hate women? Why are you so angry with women? And Wade, yeah, my son told me, I don't know. And so I told my son, well, you need to figure it out. And my son told me, yeah, I know.
Yep. Period.
So,
period. Poo.
So screw all this other crap. He's a piece of crap. And you're on here talking to him, holding them down, doing GoFundMe's for him.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know Kiosk Kristin was the one that did the GoFundMe's.
Get a grip,
lady. Get a grip.
Almost like kind of hurt in a way. And I was like, no. I was like, that's not Wade. You know, that's not Wade.
Oh, you know what he might have told her? Because we know now, if you've been following along, I don't know if anyone's new here, but he told his dad he's got a new girl named Kristen. What if he told her that? Remember that? What did he say about her? He said, yeah, she's not fat, but she's almost fat.
Yeah. Remember when Dad was cussing Wade out? He said that in the phone call. You're a fucking idiot. Talking about this new girl she's not fat, but she's almost fat. You're so fucking stupid.
This close to being fat. And she wants to put money on my kiosk. She wants to make
Yes, Dad. This is Kiosk Kristin. Are you off work today?
sure my johns are extra long. So I'm using her. What if he told?
No, I'm not going to miss the Sarah Boone trial. And actually, I want to try to see if anybody can find the Sarah Boone phone calls, but I don't know if she would have anybody to call. I don't know. We'll have to see.
What are all that?
Jen Lou's covering the Sarah Boone. We're just going to talk about it. But I'll have to find her link and drop it. But Jen Lou's going to be covering Sarah Boone.
I need to hear that phone. Well, we're not going to be able to hear it because, of course, it wasn't on a jail call. They just called each other personally. Crap. I want to hear that call. Dang it. Wade Wilson's father, I know you watch these videos a lot and you send me emails and you're always very nice, very cordial, and you're very supportive. And honestly, you're very respectful. And I appreciate that. If you don't mind, if you're watching, please send me an email and let me know what you told her. Because I really want to know. If you can remember, I know this was like 5 years ago. Let me know what you told her. I want to know what she's talking about. And I want to know
too. I want to know how clued
in she is to what's.
Yeah, I do too. I want to know that as well, Pablo. B-Fam said, why are people making this guy famous? I don't understand. Women that are chasing him think he's hot. He's a murderer. Absolutely. But look, listen. I can't be passing too much judgment because you know how I got into this case, B-Fam. I got into this case because I was over YouTube for a little bit. You know, I was just like done with it. I was tired of seeing Betty, tired of seeing all these ass hats. And so I got to a point I was scrolling TikTok again. And I was scrolling and I was seeing all these thirst trap videos about Wade Wilson. And I was like, God damn, that motherfucker is fun, right? And then I was like, but what'd he do? Why is he in court? Because it's all court appearances. So then I looked into it a little more and I found out what he did. So that kind of took away from it. And then I started hearing this dude talk and it's like, you're a fucking idiot. So that got rid of it completely. It's all gone. It's all gone. There's no attractiveness there now, but there was that's how I got into this case. It really is, because I was like, this dude is fine. Who is this? Oh, Okie, thank you for gifting him a membership. I appreciate it, love.
What's going on here during this conversation? And all you watching, if I get that email, I will update y'all.
Don't believe.
Adam is good looking before you know his crime. You know what I'm saying? Once you know somebody's crime and it's something that nasty and that severe, just like Wade, it kind of takes away from their appearance. They're no longer as attractive to you. But Adam was good looking. Absolutely.
To tell you the truth, I'm adopted, right, Kristen? I'm adopted. That's my real.
I know you are.
Yeah,
I know.
Thank you, Mama, for dropping Jen Lou's channel.
Ever.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Never. You know what I'm saying?
Every single orphan in America murders women. That's just a known fact. Because they get given up for adoption, they begin to murder women in cold blood. That's just the fact of it.
He's never done anything for me. He never does anything for me. He's never gonna do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? And like him listening to the media, and him saying all this bullshit is not fuck.
Didn't that man say buy you a tablet? Didn't that man say visit you? Didn't that man say give you money?
He's listening to the media. No, Wade, he listened to you. You confessed.
Helpful. You know what I'm saying? And it's not true. And it's not what I told him. You know what I'm saying? So none of that shit is good. So it's like, honestly, it's like he's going against me, man. It's like he's on the opposite fucking team. So
he is on the opposite fucking team. You murdered 2 women. You confessed it to him. You confessed it to your girlfriend. And now, and you confessed it to the police. And then you go and flip and say, oh, I'm innocent? The fuck? He's trying to help you get through it. But the problem is the fact that you went back and said, oh, I'm innocent after you confessed to multiple people. It makes you look like you have no conscience. It makes you look like a fuck boy. It makes you look like a piece of shit who cares nothing about the victims that he took their lives from.
So if that's the case, then I gotta cut.
It's like he wants justice for the victims or something, man. It's like he doesn't support murder or something. It blows my waitress mind.
You off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut you off quick. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
you were never part of my life anyway, so whatever, man. Who cares? You know? Fuck
right. Now, do you still have contact with your adopted parents?
Yeah, they're the ones that fucking like actually care. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, well, I'd say your dad cares, but you also had some really good adoptive parents. You were super fucking fortunate in life, but you just could not get your shit together. Period. You couldn't get your shit together.
I should have told you. I should have told you to call them. That's what I should have told you to call. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason I had you call my dad, the real dad, was because, you know what I'm saying, he's down here in Florida, you know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, so like, but man,
no, because your real dad told me about your adopted parents and told me that you were adopted and all this, you know. Yeah, he did. He explained all of that to me.
What the fuck is he telling everybody my business for, though?
He has 2 children and he ain't done a fucking thing for them. What is he telling everybody your business for? Because your business is not your business when you confess over a recorded phone line, you couldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess because he thinks that I'm close to you. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
you know, I don't think he meant it in a bad way.
Nah.
You know, he was just trying to get me to know the Wade Wilson that I think I know.
Yeah.
You know,
I hear you.
But I mean, I don't look at you in any different way at all.
Hey, baby, our visits.
Yeah, after he told me that you called me fat and gross and ugly and you're only using me for my money, and after he told me that you laughed about how you ran a girl over 100 times until she was unrecognizable to trained experts and then strangled another girl, after he told me that, I was like, wow, he's really
my type.
He's just trying his best to get me to understand the Wade Wilson that I think I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree, Georgia.
He is. You might want to listen.
Later today, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Copa is bad,
right,
ain't
good.
it?
Good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it. I didn't know if it was gonna be. I didn't know if it was gonna be this morning or tonight. I didn't know, but I guess tonight.
I know. I told you I wasn't gonna tell you.
I know. I know. I kind of like when you don't tell me. It's kind of better that way. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And this is
cringe, disgusting.
And let me go ahead and say this too. She seems a little calmer on this phone call as well. Kiosk Kristin, she seems a little. Maybe she's a little more sober in this one. I don't know.
Doofus.
So what have you been doing today? What's up? What you been up to?
Right now I was paying my daughter made a big old chunk payment to my bail bonds for me. I'm at the bail bonds office.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm walking back and forth outside the bail bonds office.
Okay.
So no, and I
talking to another prisoner.
My daughter had to go with me down to the bail bonds office because I'm still a grown woman going to jail.
Interesting, Georgia.
I'm showing my daughter the ropes so she knows how to operate around a bail bonds office. I'm getting her prepared for this junkie life. Doing my duty as a parent.
I'm trying not to trash Kiosk Kristin, and y'all will see why after this.
I explained that to your father. He's like, what made you want to talk to my son? I was like, well, because I've been there before. I know what it feels like to be him on the other side and not have anybody. I was like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I was like,
Chopper, that's
like,
cool
really,
too?
that's why. I was like, yeah, that's why. I was like,
it's good for more than one person to cover the same thing because everybody has different viewpoints and opinions and thoughts on whatever they're covering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how it feels to kill women and have everyone angry at you because you killed innocent women. I know how that feels. It doesn't feel good. Suddenly, the whole world turns against you.
Me too, Irish.
And for what? Because you took the lives of 2 innocent people you've never met before? Come on. When did the world get so sensitive? Bunch of wussies.
Like, why
I told you, he's a dick. My dad's a dick, man. Like a real piece of shit.
Wow.
I shouldn't even told you to call him. I don't know why I did. You know what I mean?
Shit happens for a reason, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I said, I don't look at you any different.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, man. Good.
Okay, I don't look at you any different. So yeah, he knows that Dad told her about his confession.
I don't look at you any different whatsoever.
Listen, I gotta tell, like, what.
And listen, you don't look at me any different. Let me allow me to say this. I don't look at you at all. I can't stand it. I'll be honest. I don't enjoy any amount of time that is spent looking at you because
That's so fucked up.
Not pleasant. I even told my dad. No. I never told. I didn't tell him that. I didn't know. No.
Good morning.
That was a slip of the tongue. I never told him you were fat. Almost fat. No, you're not fat. You're skinny.
There's that.
What I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna
I called those two ladies that you told me to call, and I left a message.
Oh, you did?
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna answer certain questions that they ask me, like, because they ask me, they want to know like my background story, where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, like who I am, all that type of stuff. But I bet if I answer to them, I bet it's gonna be on the news tonight. Like,
well, then do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Take my lawyer's advice and say nothing to no one about my case. Take Kristen's advice.
Right, Heather?
Fuck it.
That's what I said. She sounds way different.
Kristen, I'm going with
Me
you.
too, Ro.
I wish I could fuck you.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Listen, Pablo gets on my nerves sometimes, but I ain't trying to hate on him. You know what I'm saying? But he does get on my nerves sometimes. There was something. Oh, the way he has no guilty conscience about killing these two women is what makes me think he's killed more. Roro.
Because I just want to get. There's certain things that I do want to get out there to the public and shit, and then. Like, you know, and then if we do that, then a lot of people will go to the GoFundMe page, and hopefully they'll feel differently. They'll feel differently about
I swear to God, if Kiosk turns into the new Kiosk is the GoFundMe page, GoFundMe Wilson.
Yeah, Copa mom told me that last night because she watched this last night as soon as it dropped. I didn't, but she was like, yeah, Pablo was trying a little too hard on this next one. I was like, well, that sucks.
FM Wilson. Wade, GoFundMe Wilson.
the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, what time are you coming up here? Late or early?
No, like...
brother, I thought you liked it better when you didn't know.
Like when I get there.
Like when you were about to... Hey, you were about to say it, weren't you? You were about to say it, and then you rethought about it.
Oh, your friend Zeke is talking to me, and he's telling me this. Yeah.
What did he say?
Nothing. He knows everything that happened. I told him that I talked to your dad, and you know, and he's like, really? He's like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yeah. I got the news people. He called the news people himself too.
Nah, he did.
There's a reason she's not going into detail about what the dad told her. And I'll tell you, number one, it's either because she really is trying to protect him and she doesn't want to say, yeah, your dad told me how you confessed and said you did this, and this. Mm-hmm. Or it's because she's a little, she doesn't necessarily want to come out and say, he told me you called me almost fat.
No, I think it could also...
Either way, it's not good for you.
I think it could be either one of those, but it could also... be that she doesn't want to say, well, I know you're a murderer and I'm still fucking with you.
But yet, here this loser is still talking to Wade about to come visit him.
Yeah.
The guy in the commentary is Pablo, Jumpsuit Pablo. I'll drop his link in the chat.
I just want you to know that my friend Wade has a GoFundMe page, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, well, that's why, because one of the people, like one of the lady, I got a lady from Channel 2 News and the lady from Fox 4, Channel 4. So we got Channel 2 and we got Fox News. Fox News, that's pretty big.
Yeah, you're a fucking celebrity.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna respond to. Honestly, listen, I'm gonna respond to them, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna respond to them.
I'm gonna tell them, hey, Kristen said F it. So here I am.
And give them my side of the story.
What legal advice have I been given? F it.
But listen, don't fucking listen to what my dad's dumbass says. Listen, Kristen, this motherfucker has done shit for me before, like nothing. He's done nothing. But listen,
you have won.
We will go over the call eventually, Anderson, where he said that he's done it before. It was a phone call he was on with Mila, the girlfriend, and she was telling him how she can't believe he's a killer, and he was like, you couldn't believe I was a killer? I've told you I've done this before. So we're going to go over that eventually.
Minute remaining.
Listen, he did one thing for me one time, and it got fucked up. And listen, and I didn't have anywhere to go, you know what I'm saying? And guess what he did? He abandoned me and was like, yo, you're going to have to figure it out. And I was in a new city, didn't have anywhere to go. He left me, you know what I'm saying?
For some reason, I doubt that's exactly how it went. But you know what? We'll find out tomorrow night, Friday night of this week. I've gotten the blessing from Lockdown 23-1, a great prison YouTuber channel. They actually gave me one of my big breaks on YouTube. They interviewed me back when I didn't even have a YouTube channel. Good guy, and he stayed in contact with me. He roots me on every milestone I hit throughout my success of my career, and he's just a good, humble, down-to-earth guy. And he got an interview with Wade's father, and they have an hour-and-a-half interview where they're talking all things Wade Wilson.
Yes, they did. We actually watched that, so make sure you check that out on my channel as well.
And that whole thing. So I have a feeling we'll find out the real truth tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow as I watch that and react to that.
Like this motherfucker's a piece of shit, man. I'm so tired of his shit. But listen, I'm gonna call you back, baby. Or do you have to go inside right now?
No.
You want me to call you in a little bit, or call you right back?
No, you can call me right back.
All right, baby. I'll call you right back right now.
All right,
bye.
Call 2.
Hey, baby.
Hey, honey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
What you doing?
Nothing good. Trying to get in my daughter's car.
Probably what she was doing like 4 minutes ago after your last call ended, and then you called her back. So, what's been new? Give me all the deets. I need updates. Well, I went and took a quick dump, and then I accepted your call, waitress.
Trying to get in her car?
Yeah.
Why can't you get in her car?
Because it's locked.
Oh, it's blocked?
It's locked.
Oh, it's locked.
How's the car blocked, you idiot?
No shit. Where's she at?
My daughter, she's inside the bail bond. She has a crush on the bail bond lady.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, will you do me a favor? Do you know how to do a 3-way?
For what? Who are we calling?
I'm gonna call my dad real quick. And tell him to stay out of my life.
Uh-oh.
Please?
No.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of him doing this shit to me.
No, baby.
Neats, I do. I want to talk to you about it tonight. But I think we should. I absolutely think we should. You better not do that to that man.
Don't worry about it. Just take it with a grain of salt, hon. Don't worry about it. Look where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's the worst part. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but just don't act out the way he thinks you're going to act out when I tell you, okay?
Take it with a grain of salt. That's not even how you use that phrase. Take it with a long of Johns. Take it with a John of Longs. Take it with a key of Osk. I don't know. Let me just play the video.
Do the opposite.
I'm sorry, I found that one funny. Oh.
Do the opposite. Seriously. Kill him with kindness.
Listen, I'm gonna take him off my
What did you say? Kill him with kill him with kindness. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I wouldn't not kill him. I don't
He don't get turned on by killing men, Pablo.
Support killing. No, not me. Not Waitress. Not Wade Wilson. No. That's not what I thought you said. Kill him with kindness. Now, I'm all for that. Kindness.
Yeah, so I'm going to delete him off my thing. Straight up. I'm done.
Okay,
If that's the route he's going to go, you know what I'm
delete him
saying?
off
And
the
be against me,
kiosk?
then I'm not with that.
Dang.
Not with that. I'm going to, okay.
I mean,
You just got banned from the kiosk, brother. That's big time stuff.
he was trying to coerce me. He was trying to coerce me, like to not even talking to you anymore. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm sorry. He's like, well, I'm glad you'll be there for my son. I'm happy that somebody will be there for him. But, I was like, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. You know what I mean? Like,
really? Did he really say that, man?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
But did he really say that he's happy that you're going to be there for my son? What a piece of dirt.
Piece of fucking shit, man.
How dare? What'd you call him? Let me rewind that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. What a piece of fucking shit, man.
No. I have a hat to throw. No.
Get your faux
Contain
hawk
yourself.
right. Get your faux hawk right.
Wow.
Don't listen, but listen, wait.
Let's not even talk about it no more.
All right, but wait, do me a big favor, hon. Do me a big favor, please.
What's up, baby?
I want you to act the way people think that you're not going to act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Completely be someone different. Don't be yourself, dude. Don't be yourself. Because yourself is a murderer. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
People are going to think you're going to get upset when you hear that. People are going to think you're going to get mad. No, take it with a grain of salt and let it just brush over your shoulder.
Take it with a long of John.
You're right.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
You have enough to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even let that kind of stuff bother you, babe. Don't. It's not even worth it.
All right, I won't, baby. I won't.
Yes, he will.
Okay?
It does, but thank you for talking me down. You just made me feel better.
Of course it's going to bother you. I would hope that it would bother you. That is your dad. You know what I'm saying? But then again, he wants you to react in a way that might get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of person does this shit though? Says that I did this shit. He's saying that I did this shit. He's telling you not to talk to me. What kind of person?
She didn't say that he said he told her that he did this. Am I missing something? Like, we've been wondering what he told Kristen. And how dare you say what kind of person does this? How fucking dare you, Wade?
Does that, man?
Probably
Like,
a person who got confessed
You know what I
to.
mean?
You know that's he's an idiot apparently.
Listen,
you know?
no, he really is. Kristen, like, he is an idiot. He is. Trust me, I've been dealing with him off and on for a minute. He is.
Deep. I take it with a shield string and a door. Oh my God, Dad. Oh, I've been binge watching 60 Days In to give Jay pointers. Hey, I'm Jay. When she tries out the things we can buy in jail with Kool-Aid and soup packets, man. Oh, try me, bitch. I'm going to go to 60 Days In.
He's such an idiot. He's out there with his wife in a house, with his car and his job.
And kids.
Living his life.
Kids.
And I'm in here in prison. What an idiot. What a dummy.
Yeah.
You know, so don't act accordingly. Don't act the way they want you to act. Okay.
Okay. Hey,
don't let it get to you. Don't let it bother you.
Hey, you said your daughter has a crush on the Bonds lady.
Ugh. Yes, Steph, that's what he said. And now they're talking about how Kristen's daughter has a crush on the Bonds lady that she was paying her mama's bond tab out with. Oh my Lord. You just can't make this white trash shit up. You just can't.
Why do you feel the need to circle back to who her daughter has a crush on? You are weird. Weird Wilson. Weirdjicus. Oh, Weird Wilson.
Oh, look.
Oh,
Look, Miss PR said my ex is in the clink and apparently hot Cheetos and ramen. I know I say those wrong. Ramen noodles are the most wanted items. They're the most unhealthiest too. Cheetos have cancer in them, and ramen noodles is full of sodium.
Wade, let's talk about your daughter Wilson.
He is.
Dude.
He is.
Weird, bro.
Yeah.
Hell no.
She's in there like smacking it to her, like she's just in case her mom ever gets in trouble again. You know what I mean? She got it in.
And that's a dang shame. She's in there flirting with a grown man bail bondsman just in case her mama ever goes back to prison for trafficking methamphetamine and fentanyl. I teach them young. I teach my babies
Hold
young.
up. Let me get that timestamp. 31. Don't let me forget 31.
They're going to fit right into the lifestyle.
Uh-oh, does it say
I'll
something
be
else? Let me go check.
You're disgusting.
Like that.
Straight up. You might as well. That's the best. Yeah, for real. Keep him on the team.
Just in case my baby Wilson could get a bond, I got you, babe.
Got me.
Got you.
You got me. Tell your daughter I said I appreciate it.
No, babe, this is part 2. Hold on. Yeah, this is part 2. Yeah, because it was Kiosk Kristin, then it was Kelly the ex, then it was Joey, and now it's Kiosk Kristin again.
This dude's nasty, bro. Pedo, man. Chomo.
But hold on, what we listened to yesterday was Kristen, wasn't it? Oh, this should be part 3. Yeah, I'll fix it. Thank you, babe.
I got you, babe.
Hey, listen, right now your daughter's doing something for the whole team, so she's doing the most right now.
Yeah, cheers.
That's just a shame. Straight up and down, left, right, northeast, southwest. That's just a shame. That's a shame.
Hey man, listen, Kristen, I can't wait till our visit. I'm excited about our visit, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
I don't want you. Listen, promise me you're not going to write your dad a stupid note, please.
Okay, as long as you
Promise
promise
me.
me, as long as you promise me you're gonna block his number.
It's already done. I already did it.
Listen, can I tell you something, man? I've been in other relationships before, and he's tried to destroy them. And listen, he tried. Listen, my real parents. Listen, Kristen, my real parents are on my team, even right now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we know you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? This and that. They write me on the kiosk. You know what I'm saying? And
the kid
going down on the kiosk. Yeah. What's that song? Let me see. Hold on. Quick interruption. Down in. Oh, here it is. This is what it reminds me when he says that about the kiosk. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Here's what it reminds me of. Kiosk, right? That's what it reminds me of every time I hear him say that.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying that word anymore. Sorry, guys.
Right.
here comes my fucking real dad out of the blue. Oh, you did do it. You told me
The kiosk.
you did it. this and that. Motherfucker, what the fuck? And then then you know what I'm saying? Then he talks shit about
you told
parents.
him.
He talks
It's not like he's just putting the blame on you that you did it. You told him you did it.
shit about them all the time. You know?
Oh no, see, he didn't talk any shit about your parents. He said they're great people. He didn't say anything bad about them at all. You know, not to me at least.
But the way that he talks about them in a good way is actually him talking about them in a bad way, because he thinks that they help me out so much, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like that he can't amount to them. That's what he doesn't like. You know what I'm saying? He said he spent time behind bars. He knows that he's a piece of shit.
What's crazy is I see a lot of comments from people saying, hey, quit making fun of Wade Wilson. His parents gave him up for adoption. That's why he's like this. That's why he murdered women. Show him some grace. Show him some sympathy.
Fuck out of here with all that.
Quit being disrespectful. No, I get not just one, not two, not three. Lots of comments from people saying that. You're all idiots.
Period.
And so he actually hates my real parents. He hates them. Now, like, he won't say that, but low key, if you pay attention to the shit that he says, it's actually him, like, not even blowing them up, but kind of talking in a sarcastic way. Right. Yeah, I swear, man, it's crazy. That's the crazy.
So then that's all you need to remain as the people.
How do you know?
That are good to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
fuck everybody else. Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up his ass. Don't go fucking writing him a nasty fucking note. Because that's what he expects. That's what he expects from you. So of course he's going to use that against you. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that.
Okay, I won't do that. I won't do it.
Don't do it, because he's gonna use it against you. Like, well, look at him. Look at he gets this girl to believe this, and look,
Look at him. Look at you.
Look
like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Look at you. You look like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. Look at you. Look at you.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't let him use that kind of shit against you.
No, I'm not going to. You're right. Honestly, before you told me that, I was going to. But now that
it's something that he's going to use against you, because this is the way he thinks you're going to react.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to react like that. Do the opposite of what everybody thinks you're going to do. Be the opposite of what everybody thinks you're going to be. Like the way you're talking to the media, do the opposite. Talk to them and tell them the way you really feel. Like, this is fucking bullshit. This is wrong what they're doing to me. Tell them how you wrote it out in that note. Tell them. The way what you want to be heard.
Somebody did a big old fat line of meth. Yapping, high energy.
No, but who cares? Who cares what everybody else thinks?
She actually sounds more sober to me right now.
That accusations are accusations.
Just go ahead and tell them you didn't do any of this. Tell them how you feel about this. Tell them you're innocent. You can't believe how they're doing it. Yeah, you're gonna beat this way. Ah! Sorry, I just ingested a lot of hard drugs. I'm a little hyper. I'll be going to jail again soon for trafficking of hard drugs.
Accusations. There's not anything. There's no facts. There's no evidence. There's no nothing.
There's nothing. So, yeah. I know. Trust me. I know.
And for those who don't know, I didn't just make that up. She did go to jail again for trafficking hard drugs. We know this now.
Trust me. Listen, Kristen, I know what I did and what I did not do. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
Y'all remember, keep in mind, yesterday he said on the stream that we were watching, that we were reviewing, he said, by the way, just to let y'all know, Kiosk Kristin is currently still doing time right now for trafficking.
Like, what anybody thinks or what anybody says, you know what I'm saying? And now, it's just, for a minute, it pissed me off, because this motherfucking piece of shit dad, you know what I'm saying, that I got, he's watching the news, listening to the news, and he's fucking playing into it. He's giving up on me. He basically quit on me. And
he's basically publicly condemning the murder of innocent, unsuspecting women. What kind of dad is that?
And he basically talks shit about me, kinda, in a way.
So at least you got backup. You know what I'm saying? At least you got a backup family that cares about you. At least you got a friend, Kristen, that cares about you.
She got Kristen, a mother who coaches her daughter to be a big piece of crap. At least you got that. You'll go far in life.
So fuck everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep,
I know.
you're right.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Yep, he knows.
Listen, and it doesn't matter, man, because once everything comes out and the truth comes out and everything, then that's what's going to remain. You know what I'm saying? That's like the most important thing.
It's so funny hearing him say
Hey, Titanium. Hey,
it's like
Karen.
it's cringe to hear him try to actively convince himself as he explains it to someone else who probably just got told by the father why nothing like that will ever come out because you did it.
And that shit is
Wade did it, Wilson.
going to fucking outweigh everything else. So I don't give a fuck, man.
It ain't going to outweigh Kristen according to what you told your daddy. That's what he told her. I didn't say that. That's what he told him. That's what Wajikus told.
That was so fucked up. That was so. That's so fucked up, Pablo. So fucked up. Sorry. Let's hear it again.
Why nothing like that will ever come out because you did it.
And that shit is
Wade did it, Wilson.
going to fucking outweigh everything else. So I don't give a fuck, man.
It ain't going to outweigh Kristen according to what you told your daddy.
That's fucked up, bro.
That's what he told her. I didn't say that. That's what he told him. That's what Wajikus told.
It just had me in my feelings that he would fucking disrespect me like that. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I'm glad you talked to me because I'm not going to say anything back to him. I'm just not going to call him, man. I'm going to delete him off the chat.
Great.
I just don't need
leave it
I don't
alone.
do that shit. Yeah, I'll leave it alone, baby. That's the best way to go. Because you're right. He wants me to say some shit to him.
You've already said everything you can say to him. You've already been there, done that, baby. You've been there, done that. No sweat off your back.
What kind of, Kristen, honestly though, what kind of dude does that type of shit? Wants me to say
somebody that's
someone with basic understanding of humanity, morality, and empathy.
Somebody that's not right in the
someone who knows at its core what's right and what's wrong.
head. That's somebody that wants you to fail. You know what I mean?
Do you know I've never seen my dad in person, and do you know I know people that know my dad because my dad remember when we were talking
You've never seen your dad in person, and he says that he went to a video visit with you.
Yeah, I've never seen him in person. So he's
Yes. Oh, well, that's true. If it's a video visit. Yeah, because the first time he visited him was when he was doing the 5 years. And I'm assuming that was a video visit as well.
He's a piece of shit. He's not right in the head. I've met people that know my dad, and those people tell me that he's not right. You know what I'm saying? People that know my dad, like that I have met, Kristen, are like, yo, that's your dad? You know what I'm saying? They're like,
where'd you meet him at, Wajikus?
Jail.
In jail?
Mm-hmm.
Or at the meth house?
Yo, he's crazy. Like, he's fucking slap crazy, and he's not right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these people have told me about my fucking dad. You know, so, like, I know about him.
Hey, this
people,
girl.
you know?
So once they told me my dad wasn't right, I was like, okay, well, then I'll just go murder women.
Yeah.
And that's...
Somebody told me my dad's not right, so I was just like, fuck it, he's not right. I shouldn't be either.
Understandable.
Man, but I don't know about him on my own. Yeah, I don't know about him on my own. But whatever, let's not talk about it. Whatever, man. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I'm sorry,
fuck him.
I didn't mean to crash your
parade.
Nah, you didn't toss it. You didn't toss it.
No, I'm still having my parade over here in jail. The party's still going, baby. Woo! Meet me at the kiosk in your Long Johns. Our Johns ain't getting no.
It's all good. I'm straight. I'm good, Kristen.
Midnight candy.
Promise me you're not going to do that thing, right? Promise.
Yeah,
I
promise.
promise you, Kristen.
I promise, Kristen. I promise you. I promise you, Kristen.
I promise you, Ursula. Kristen.
All right, y'all. We're 6 minutes from the tea.
I said
I
Kristen.
won't do that.
Okay.
Okay, I promise. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna call him no more, and I'm gonna delete him off the kiosk, man. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. I promise you.
No,
that's what
don't
I'm
do
gonna
it. Don't take him off the
Okay.
kiosk.
And then you'll
Don't
have-
read into
No,
it
the
and don't get
kiosk.
into it.
No, I won't.
It's
I
going
won't do that.
down
I
in the kiosk. It's going down in the kiosk.
won't do that. Hey, so what are you doing? Are you still trying to get in the car?
Kiosk.
No, I got in the car already. No, my daughter's over. She's over here macking it to my Bills bondsman.
I know, you told me. Hey,
She's got a crush on my Bills bondsman.
your daughter's got game, huh?
My daughter's got game with her. Yeah, she's got
That
game with her.
That shit's cracks
I'm
me
sitting
up.
inside now. They hear me talking. They hear me saying it too.
Oh shit! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Man. Hey, Kristen, what time is it right now? What time is it?
It is 2:42.
2:32.
2:42.
3?
You right.
You
You right.
said 2 or 3?
2:42.
2:42. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jen Lou said he's not good looking at all to her. She prefers men who are less murdery. Listen, those TikToks got me. They got my hybristophilia ass.
listen, one of the news ladies gave me her phone number. Do you think I should call her?
For an interview or like for personal reasons? Which news lady is it? We need to know. We need to know right now.
I really just want to just slap him. He's just so.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I got you involved with the news. I didn't really mean to do that. I didn't you know what I'm saying?
No, it's good, right? I mean, as long as they don't come up in my face. The one lady blocked me. She blocked me. I told her that I didn't want to be involved anymore. She's like,
Yeah.
yep, okay, goodbye. She was block.
Well, then how'd you know she blocked you?
Because you can tell when you're blocked. Come on, Pablo.
How'd you know she blocked you? If that's the way it went, how'd you know she blocked you? I don't want to be involved. And she said, okay. How would you know she blocked you?
Trial and error, right? It is. It is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, I don't want to talk anymore. Thank you.
Yeah. She was like, okay, well, if that's the case, then block.
Block.
Yeah, because it definitely, as we all know, it sends you an
It
alert
does.
anytime someone blocks you. I definitely did.
Like me, I've been blocked so many times.
Didn't have to either call or try to text her
Love
again
you,
to realize
Stevie.
that I was blocked. Because I told her I don't want to talk. And so she said, okay. And so because I didn't want to talk, I went ahead and talked to her some more and then figured out I was blocked.
She doesn't want to talk. I'm blocking this bitch. Fuck it. Hey, listen. Can you, whenever...
He's about to ask for a kiosk.
Waitress, you better not. You don't you dare.
He's going.
You better not. If I hear that 5-letter word come out of your stitched up mouth.
It is.
I'm going to press play, Wages. And I don't want to even hear a word that starts with a K.
Whenever you talk to the lawyer the next time, can you tell him to come talk to me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Me too, Pablo. I for sure thought he was about to be like, so hey, baby, can you possibly throw a 10 to my kiosk today?
I am pleasantly surprised.
Me
Okay,
too.
my number. She wrote back to me.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Babe,
Yeah. Yeah, babe.
what happened?
Nah, I put the phone down because
You have 1 minute remaining.
I had to grab the
I'm surprised.
pen, so I put the phone down for a second.
All right, well, go ahead and give her a call then, and then I guess call me in a little bit if you can.
You guess or call you?
No, call me. Call me in a little bit.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, baby. I'll call you in a little bit. I'm going to call her, and then I'll call you, okay?
All right, baby.
All right. Bye, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's going down. Okay. Are y'all ready for the tea? Are y'all sure you're ready for the tea? Let me pull up my email. Okay. Let's see. Are y'all sure y'all ready for tea? It's not like crazy tea, but it's a little tea. So, Queen Bella sent me this live stream that was done last night. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold up. We got to take the bus over there. Hold on. Skirt, hold up. All right, headed to the next community over on TikTok. Let's go, bitches. Oh, it's over? My bad. All right. Welcome to the TikTok world. Okay. So this lady supposedly...
No, it's good. I just want to get one thing clear.
No,
Kristen
turn
is,
off.
no, it's good. I just...
Okay. It says, Kiosk Kristin graced us with an exclusive interview to end the trolling. Part 1. Please be respectful, as she is not the same person from 2019. Because y'all remember, all these calls are from 2019, 5 years ago. And I found this interesting because Jumpsuit Pablo blatantly, anybody that was here yesterday on the live, seen how he said he was like, oh, and by the way, Kiosk Kristin is currently locked up right now for trafficking. Because remember, I was like, trafficking what? Are we trafficking drugs? Are we trafficking humans? Like, what is she locked up for? Meaning trafficking, right? So I found this interesting because if this is Kiosk Kristin, that's the problem I'm having. If this is Kiosk Kristin, it means she's not locked up. Let's take this woman out of the picture completely. Let's act like this TikTok doesn't even exist. Well, let me show you this. Lord, let me go to my StreamYard and show y'all this. Let me stop this screen and present this one. Window, this one. Share. Okay. This is her first stint in jail, right? Okay. So this was 2009. This one is 2009 as well. She looks better in this one. This one, she looks all right. She's pretty cute in this one. This one's also 2009. All of these are like DUIs, driving on suspended license, shit like that, right? More, I think there was one failure to appear. This one was 2014. This one was 2015. Now, here are the screenshots, the mugshots that Pablo put out, right? This one and the next, let me just scan through them for you. This one, and this one. These are her last 3 charges. This one was 2018. I can't remember what it is. Instead of taking a screenshot, because if I pull it up on the website, you can see all her information, such as her date of birth, her full name, all of that. And I didn't want to do that. So I just took screenshots that showed her release date. Because I know I could just tell y'all, well, she was arrested for this at one time, but all of them are just minor shit until the last 2. So this one was trafficking drugs, methamphetamine. And this one was trafficking drugs, methamphetamines. What does this say? What does this say? Let me come see what y'all are saying. So what I'm wondering is, because Pablo said that, I ain't trying to call Pablo out. That's not what I'm trying to do. But he either intentionally spread misinformation and lied, or he took someone at their word when they told him that she was currently still locked up for trafficking. It's one or the other. One is either you did it on purpose. 2 is you didn't do it on purpose, but you also didn't do your own fucking research before you put that out there. So now, even ignore the TikTok, ignore this supposed interview with her on TikTok, where you're about to hear her say how embarrassed she is, how naive she was, how stupid she was, how mortified she is with all these jail calls coming out. She isn't locked up anymore. She was released in 2020. It's 2024. So I don't know if it was him spreading misinformation on purpose or him taking somebody's word for it and not doing his due diligence and researching it before he put it out. But now I feel kind of bad because we got this. Like, I've been calling this hoe a hoe.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
I said certified freak.
If she has indeed changed her life, now I feel bad for going over these calls and talking shit about her. The thing is, she was this person back then. The person we're hearing on the calls today, yeah, she was a shitty person back then. Just like she said she liked his swastika tattoos. Like, that still shows me a shitty person. But it does make a difference. It does make a difference if she is out and has changed her life and she's feeling mortified and embarrassed by these calls. That makes a huge difference to me. We're not regulars in the prison community, but this is what we do in CRAMA. We correct misinformation. Then, come to find out, Pablo's got a history of making shit up and trolling. The point I wanted to make here is, if he put that out falsely, it was not true. So now let's go over to this TikTok. Let me pause that and stop sharing, and let me come over here to the TikTok.
on those
Okay.
calls.
Here
No,
we-
it's good.
Here we go. Y'all ready? So, my problem with this interview right here is we've seen all of Kristen's mugshots, right? So why is she not showing her face? If this is indeed her, why did she not at least show her face so that we could know it's her? Now, the voice sounds just like Kristen. It does. Do I personally think it's Kristen? Yes, I do. I do think this is her. For whatever reason she didn't show her face, I don't know. For me to confidently say yes, this is Kristen on this TikTok interview, I would have to see her face. She's not hiding, she's out living her life. She's about to tell y'all what she's been up to right here, okay?
Kristen is not the same Kristen you hear on those videos, on those calls. Those calls are
That's the same voice.
very embarrassing. It's heartbreaking to my children. It's breaking my kids' hearts every day when they go to school. And believe me, I'm not proud of those calls as a person and as a mother.
No, there's no way she's not serving time right now. She was released on 12/18/2020. I had deets. Now, I found this information on Lee County Sheriff's Office, Florida. You can dig into it yourself. But I also had deets because I was like, just in case she's been locked up anywhere else, she could be doing time in another place, right? Another location that might not be showing up for Lee County. I had deets look on the whole, the whole system that is our whole country and tell us, and there's nothing. This is her most recent release date, 12/18/2020 at 5:40 a.m.
First and foremost.
So what was it like now? Let's just clear the area here. When was the last time that you talked to him?
2019.
So you talked to him in 20. How long did you talk for?
Maybe 3-4 months because I had to go and do time myself. And bad mistakes, bad choices that I made.
This makes sense. In order when you do a TikTok live, I know you got to have it. You got to have 1,000 followers to be able to go live on TikTok. Apparently, you got to have 5,000 followers to be seen on the screen. Because, yes, she did do an interview with Steve. I'm going to show that one in just a little bit. Steve is Wade's dad.
Again, Kristen is not that same person. I am a changed person from those mistakes and those choices I've made.
Now, did you meet him through the kiosk?
Actually, I met him through somebody that was in there with him.
You had someone that was in prison with him. Was able to connect you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so you started talking to him, and were you engaged to him? Because we got to clear that up.
No, never,
never engaged to him. Can you disclose how much you have dropped to him? I know it's none of our business, but I like to be nosy.
I want to say maybe $20 2 different times because I, again, wasn't doing well myself. Going through
Did every conversation end up in him asking for something?
I want to say I'm not.
Hey, someone hit me in the chat. We got to, because some people are questioning if it's you, because obviously you've grown in 5 years and your voice is not as aggressive as you were when you were talking to him in those.
That's because Kristen is a totally different human being than you heard on those phone calls. When
I know, I've 100% confirmed who you are. But I want.
Now, does that make a difference? It does, because when you're doped out and you're drugged out, you are a different person. You'll do things you wouldn't normally do. You'll say things you wouldn't normally say, and you'll act in ways you wouldn't normally act. And that's why I feel like an asshole, because I was like, okay, when Pablo said she was still in jail for trafficking, I was like, okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that means she hasn't changed her ways if she's doing time right now, right? No, turns out she ain't done time in 5 years because she changed her fucking life around.
What can you tell these people that would confirm who you are?
I don't know. What would you want me to tell them?
I know, guys.
I could tell you those calls are very embarrassing. Okay, I have 3 children and a grandchild. Those calls have made me cry every night since I've heard them. So I don't know what else you want me to do.
You're good. You're good. Listen,
sure
people that know me that have been watching this live, girl, they know how I roll. Listen, people. Okay, April already said it in there. She knows that if I'm bringing you on, I know I've already confirmed with you. Guys, I made her create a backup account because I knew she was going to take heat. Would you want to come out and say you're Kiosk Kristin? No. And
death threats. My kids are at school as well. So again, at the end of the day, I'm going to start crying because, like I said, at the end of the day, that was not who I am today. And the mistakes and the choices that I made back then, all those mug shots that you guys are and everybody's posting.
Now, how do you wipe your ass with those nails? Anyways, I digress.
Those mistakes made me who I am today. So again, I am not embarrassed of my past. The mistakes and choices, yes, I'm embarrassed of. But those calls, definitely embarrassing to my children, my entire family.
Now, did you hear those calls before they were dropped?
Never.
So you never even got a warning that these were coming out about you?
Never, not once.
Thank you for being strong. Listen, I appreciate you for coming up in here and feeling comfortable enough to speak with me. You know that I was, that you came to me and we talked, and I promise you I would not.
I respect you for what you do, Coral. Totally. I really do. And I respect a lot of.
Yeah, no. As soon as I checked her local county, Dad, because I was able to trace her from the screenshots that Pablo shared. Once I traced her down to her local county and I found her record and I seen that the last release date was 2020 and that she hasn't been arrested since, that's when I went to Dietz, who has memberships. She pays for the actual real deal that searches all databases. And no, it's just disappointing because that's misinformation put out by him, and I haven't heard him correct it yet. I was waiting today during the one we just listened to, the call we just listened to. I was hoping he mentioned it, and he didn't. I also checked his community tab and everything this morning. He has still not corrected it, and that's disappointing. So now I'm at a place where I'm trying to figure out, did he do it intentionally because he's been known to do fuck shit like that in the past? Or was it him just not doing his due diligence and taking someone at their word and not researching it himself?
The women for what they're doing out here, for on either side. I mean, it's a fight and it is a crazy case. And I think that's what piqued my interest in the very beginning. And because I was going through my own stuff at that time, I think, and it was just, something to get my interest off my own problems. I think that's why I chose to do that. And again, it was a mistake.
Oh, I got a super sticker. I'm so sorry, baby. I totally didn't even catch that. It's because I've been over here ranting about this bullshit. Thank you, this girl. I appreciate that super sticker. I really do. Thank you so much for that. I just, yeah, he does need to say something. He absolutely, and it doesn't mean I don't like Pablo. It's just, if we continue to review Pablo, it's going to be like anytime he puts information out like that, like he said, like he does sometimes when he says, oh, well, this happened or this didn't happen. We need to take it with a grain of salt. We need to question it, and we need to not believe it until I can go in and research it myself. And it's hard to watch somebody that you don't know if you can believe or not. And so I'm kind of up in the air right now.
Have you been able to get therapy or help for your trauma with this?
No.
Now, so after how long did you talk to him for?
I want to say maybe 3 months, 4 months tops. That's
did you ever go visit him?
No. I said I was going to, but never did.
And then after you got you got arrested, and then you didn't have a ride, right? That's what I heard in the call tonight.
Yes, I mean,
and you were gonna go visit him.
Yes, I was going to, and I think they canceled his visits. I can't remember. It was 5 years ago. I know I went out there, and the one visit was canceled or something like that. But again, can
you do us a? I know this is really terrible to say. You can say no. You don't have to say.
I think she's alluding to trauma that she's feeling right now because of everything she's getting. Like, she's got a whole lot of us, me included, a whole lot of people making fun of her. And somebody who's changed their life around, like shame and regret and embarrassment, that can send you over the edge. And I don't want to be a part of the reason this woman goes back over the edge.
You say yes, but can you call him the name so everybody?
Sugar Lips.
Yes.
Sugar Lips, which that's hilarious. I think it's funny. Don't ask me where any of these conversations even came from, because again, that person, Kristen, you heard, is honestly, that girl right there is dead to me.
I'm going to ask you a personal question of my own, just because I have questions too. And you remember, any questions I ask you, you do not have to answer if you don't want to. Just tell me, hey, like, no, move it along. But on that call, you were very aggressive and very fast. Were you using at that time?
No, I was not using. No.
Not to assume, but it just sounded like.
Okay, that changes things for me a little bit, because now she's saying she wasn't using at that time. I could understand you being a different person from someone who was using to not using. But to do a complete 180, maybe she just realized what an asshole she was looking like, or what type of lifestyle she was living and having her kids live in. Like, do you think something just because she went to prison for a year for trafficking meth? So maybe while she was in prison, that gave her like a reality check, like she had hit bottom. As y'all seen in her last mugshot, that was like rock bottom. I don't know.
Definitely wasn't using. Believe me, I was too scared. That the law scared Kristen straight. Believe me, by far scared me straight into a changed person. And I mean,
now what made you guys stop talking?
Because I had to change my life. I had to focus on myself and my children, and things that I have going for myself right now. And I'm choosing to talk to these kind of people or even be associated with them in any shape, way, or form. It doesn't look good for myself. So
I think she was using. You ain't trafficking it and not using it. Sorry, not sorry. No.
Let's be mindful, guys. We all change, right? She's taking ownership and saying, I'm so mortified, but also, what does my children have to do with this? And why am I getting this? Look at, she has nothing to do with what Wade is sitting on trial for right now, or what Wade got guilty for, right? This happened before. It's all being trudged up because everybody is like, bringing all these things forward because the case is fresh and hot. You see it, scroll before you.
I think she was probably using, but she could be embarrassed or not want to say that, or not want to admit to it publicly for legal reasons, but I think she was.
And unfortunately, she's got to pay for it and gets to hear how everybody bashed her and tear her whole life apart. Imagine if your life was from the dumb stuff you did in your earlier days was like. Now, how old were you when you first started talking to him?
5 years ago. I mean, I'm an old lady now.
I'm just trying to do the age.
So right there, she's basically saying I was too old to be acting that way.
Yeah.
I'm 41 now, so I'm.
My God, she was 36. She was my age when she did this. Yeah, no, girl, you should have known better back then.
I was 36, maybe somewhere around there.
And now, did you go in and out of you had struggles yourself? Were you in and out of jail? Did you have a background?
I mean, that time I went in, I was facing charges, and I went back in for a year, and I came out a changed
Here's
person.
the link to her TikTok.
Right before I was in there, I lost my sister. So I mean, there was a lot of things that happened in my life at that point that made me change who I am as a person and who I associate with, and the choices and mistakes that I were making. It woke me up. Totally woke me up.
I'm going through the chat.
No, we haven't been that nasty about her over here, but I mean, I have been calling her a hoe, but if you're a hoe, you're a hoe, and you're a hoe talking, writing to these random dudes in prison. Yeah, I'm a stick with she was a hoe. Now, is she a hoe today? Probably not. I don't know. I ain't living her life, but I just don't want to set her back. That's my whole thing.
The chat's flying. I'm only choosing a respectful one, so I'm sorry if I skip you. I just didn't find it to be relevant to bring up. Oh crap, it just jumped.
And I see somebody in here asking if he ever talked about his kids. I didn't even know Wade had kids until these videos came out. Until Steve actually was on this call with you, and I was watching it then.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Casual Art. She could have just been, it could be a mental health issue and now she's medicated. It could be anything like that.
I didn't even know he had children.
So never talked about kids.
Never.
And how often did you talk to him?
I didn't have a lot of money, so again, like maybe once a week, if that. I mean, you heard on the one call where I said I only got $1.25. Like, I didn't have it like then, like that then. And like I said, I think I was looking for a resort to stop thinking about my own issues and my problems, like an avenue to, get my mind off of what I was going through, which definitely wasn't a good avenue at all.
No, definitely not. I think we were all kind of. I did give you kudos though for that one comment about the markings that he had on his body, saying, "Hey, it ain't a good look."
It definitely isn't a good look. I got tattoos too, but I definitely don't.
Yeah, okay. Kudos for saying you're stupid as fuck for putting all that on your face. But then you got to kind of take away the kudos, because then she said, well, I do kind of like that shit, talking about the swastikas. So let's not forget that, Miss Ma'am.
Don't have tattoos like that. I'm not, I don't judge people for, their choices. Cause again, I've made mistakes or their tattoos and stuff. But when you come on television, like
I'm going to put a poll up. Y'all make sure to vote on it. I'll put it up right now.
That with tattoos like that definitely isn't a good look.
So after all this, now so you just had to get yourself together. So there was no like disconnect between you two. Like there was no bad like you just kind of went and started going another way.
He did try reaching out to me and I never responded, and he got like real nasty about, I guess I didn't keep it real with him. But again, I totally like deactivated that smart jail mail account and never really went back on it after that.
I know I've dug enough. Me and you have had some conversations that I applaud you for being able to own your mistakes and just say, damn man, I done fucked up. Like, hey, all my kids are paying for it. Like, so guys, think about, let's leave the kids out of it. And that's a problem. Now, what did you think about though when you got to explain to us like what happened? Were you just like scrolling and all of a sudden you're getting tagged and
She sure did. She said those swastikas were hot.
stuff, or like how did you find out about when that first Kiosk Kristin call dropped?
My son came to me, and I went.
How old's the son that was he a teenager?
Yeah, he's 15. Yeah.
Okay, what was her question? Sorry. And she needs to uncover. She's holding her phone a certain way, so it's covering up the speaker.
Like, how did you find out about when that first Kiosk Kristin call dropped?
My son.
So how did she find out when the first Kiosk Kristin call was dropped, which was last week, I think?
And I went.
How old's the son that was he a teenager?
Yeah, he's 15. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. You guys, you see.
But again, I had to better myself. So that's why I disconnected from that kind of world and the law. I was involved with the law and I recognized.
Yeah, it was a week ago that her first call dropped.
My mistakes, and some people need to recognize theirs. And I just didn't want to associate myself around that no more. So it was my choice to disconnect from him and everybody else, even my ex Brian that I bring up in that call, I had to. When I tell you I'm like Brian is the love of my life, but I had to distance myself to better myself from these kind of people.
Okay, now and then what did I want to ask you about what do you think about the Joey calls?
Oh, Joey's that one's a funny guy. I actually know Joey, so
oh shit, she knows Joey. Goddamn, all these people run in the same circles.
Oh yeah, because Joey I would say. So
Joey.
Shock you though?
No, I know Joey from actually like living in the area of Lee County because that's where Joey's from. So Joey's a decent person.
Joey and him, like, actually, like, did you guys hang out outside of that or no?
No, never. I never hung out with him. I know him through people, like like friends of mine, like my ex-boyfriend Brian. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I know he's a nice person. He's a nice guy. I mean, again, I don't know what they had going on in there, but I do know that Joey Katz is the one that he tried to escape jail.
Okay, hold up. No, they're talking about the one that tried to escape prison with Wade. Here's the thing. Pablo put out that Joey, I showed y'all the other day. I don't think I have them on here right now. Yeah, I do. Hold on. No, I don't. I don't have Joey on here right now. I could have swore I put him up here. But anyways, Pablo's the one that showed us who Joey is. So right now, we don't know if it's the one Pablo showed or if it is, in fact, the one that tried to escape jail with Wade. Because I can't trust Pablo anymore. I think it's the one. I think the one that Pablo shared is indeed the right one. But I can't verify that yet. So you're going to hear them talking about Joey Katz. So the one that she's talking about right now, Joey Katz, is the one that tried to escape prison with Wade.
Yes, and but it's not the same guy. Joey Katz is not the same guy. The one that he tried to escape jail is not the same one from the kiosk.
Yes, it is.
No.
See, Kristen is saying yes, it is. This woman is saying no, they're not the same guy.
I already said that it wasn't because that guy was younger. He was in jail with them.
Right, Joey. But that's Joey's voice on those calls.
All right, you already heard that, April.
Okay, and she's saying she's basing it off of the voice. Are you talking about Wade? Wade's in jail waiting for sentencing right now. That comes August 27th. So see, don't let this confuse y'all. We just don't know for sure which Joey it is because I can't trust Pablo right now. We're going to have to just try to figure it out. But Kiosk Kristin says that the younger Joey, the one he tried to escape jail with, is the actual Joey that's on the phone calls.
April, get some confirmation for us when you go and talk to him.
I'm 100% positive that that's
giving us 100%. April, you gotta go. April and Aaliyah, you go use your superpowers. Go talk to that. See if you could get us a clarification on that.
Hold
on, sorry, my finger was on the phone. I'm getting a mic, guys, because I didn't realize.
She said she knows Joey Katz they all kind of run in the same circle of friends.
That's how crazy this is and how many people actually are willing to do this. I'm going to get a mic and I'm going to get off this phone. I didn't expect it to be like this, so I appreciate everybody here. Please, if you're watching, just tap the screen because it gets it out. We're trying to find Joey.
It does make more sense, don't it? But the Joey I showed y'all from Pablo's here. Let me go over here real quick. This Joey. This one. This is the one that is supposedly the Joey on the call. Well, Mom had also found this same person, right? Well, when she went to look back at Google to Google him again, all his shit was wiped off the internet. So is that because people are claiming he's that Joey and he's not? Or is it because he's embarrassed because he is? Well, I don't fucking know, y'all. I don't know.
Trying to find Mila. So that's why if we share it, maybe that we'll get them in my inbox too. guys know it's a safe
For
space.
sure.
And then please definitely come in. But we're gonna go through questions that are respectful. Can you guys hear me better now? I hope so.
I respect everybody for what they do with this case, honestly, because it is very interesting. It's a very high profile case. So, I mean, it grabs everybody's attention all over the world. And at the end of the day, like I said, I just want the world to stop bashing Kristen. Like, please, again, that is not me and who I am right now. My kids don't deserve this. They don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. You know, I distanced myself from these kind of people and other people that I was around at the time to better myself. And this is just making life difficult and miserable.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
For Steve, for everybody else that's getting it, you know, I mean, everybody.
What about your kids? Has your son said anything? Has your kids said anything to you? Like, Mom?
No, listen, and you know what's funny is my
getting made fun of at school for it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, and it's embarrassing. When I tell you I've cried myself to sleep since these calls have come out, I have.
I would believe it because they are pretty serious. That's why I said, I bet you were face palming the whole time. Like, damn, you didn't. No, but you have to have known that the calls are recorded. They're jail calls. You know how jail goes.
The only thing is though, those calls should not be. Somebody is leaking those calls to wherever they're getting them from, because all jail calls they're recorded and they are not public record.
Or public record.
They are not public record.
Okay, so hold on. Let's look part 2. We got a part 2 to that. Just let it pull up.
But you have to know that people could pay to see him. Anybody could pay to see anybody.
I guess somebody on the inside is doing that. Whoever works there, COI.
I think that's why they waited 5 years. His case is all big right now. They're coming on the 27th. So they're like, hey, you know what? We're going to drop some money and pull some calls.
Right, exactly. Who knows?
So look,
I don't know.
Here is the Joeys. Okay, here's the options. The one on the right is the one he tried to escape prison with. This is the one on the right that Kristen says matches the voice of the call we hear with Joey. The one on the left is the one that Pablo said is the Joey. So, not completely sure, but I'm hoping that helps understand it a little more.
No, but at the end of the day, all I know is they're ruining people's lives by that, you know, and innocent people who was stupid to reach out to somebody like this or even be a part of it. Yes. But at the end of the day, that is not Kristen and the Kristen I am today. Please.
I appreciate you for clearing that. Now, how about, they did say that.
Okay. But I also feel like, okay, good for you and all credit to you, girl. If you have completely 180'd your life, I'm so proud of you. But you still have to acknowledge that this happened and it is public record and it's a very high profile case and you got yourself wrapped and entangled with a high profile case, period. So you can't make people feel bad for going over the calls that you inserted yourself on.
That Joey was 52. So that's why they're saying it's not the same person, because the one that was locked up was not, he was younger, not older.
So this Joey on the left is the one that's 52. Oh, Brantley, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, baby. He said, ooh, Lord, no, ma'am.
I don't know of another Joey, honestly. I don't know of another Joey, to be honest with you. 100% don't know. Those two were locked up in a cell together in solitary confinement for some time, for a great deal of time.
Now, what about, so I got one from April where she says, what about what he said about about her to his dad?
About her to his dad.
What he said about her to his dad? April, can you elaborate on that? Damn, I wish you could pin stuff, because when someone's in the box, you can't, and the chat is flying. Mm-hmm. So I'm like struggling over here.
That's exactly right. Remember in the call we just listened to, she was telling Wade that his daddy was trying to tell her not to get herself involved in this. And she continued.
Here to see everything.
But Joey is a guy who's known to talk to inmates on the kiosk. That could possibly be, it's possible because there's a lot of people like that. I mean,
yeah, you were one of them, girl. You were one of them. So as of now, what I'm thinking is it's the older gentleman on the left as Joey. And you can't find him on the internet anymore. He wiped his shit off.
I mean, when I was in there myself, I had people randomly hit me. I had no clue who they were. And I'm not big. My case was not big, you know. I mean, it is now because my mugshots are. It sounds like Joey Katz.
But was he in jail during that? We'd have to determine if he was in jail
No, he
during that.
wasn't. Joey was released. Joey was released.
He was.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, because they did jail in the earlier times, not during the times of this crime. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, I would need to find. I got Joey's voice from the call, right? But I would need a voice clip of one of the other Joeys, either the older Joey or the one that was locked up with them, to be able to compare.
So that's definitely a possibility. See, guys, this is why there's misinformation. We got to get confirmation.
I don't feel that bad for her. I'm just kind of upset that the misinformation was put out there that she was still incarcerated for trafficking, and she clearly isn't.
April O'Neil, you are on the count. You come back to us and report out.
Bro, she said, right, if it was 5 years ago and her son's a teenager now, probably, I don't even know. She didn't even say how old her son, but he's still in school. So let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. She was talking about being on her knees, looking up at him, calling him daddy with her 13-year-old, maybe possibly younger son right next to her.
To go visit him, but the visit was canceled.
It was canceled. Okay.
Right. I did see that.
Oh,
comment.
wow.
I don't know how to get this back down.
No,
Hold on. She said he's 13 now, Deets. So he was 8 when she was doing that on the phone call with him? Nah. She said her case. Doesn't she mean cases? It, to me, it matters because it's misinformation. Don't be out here making folks think she's still in jail for trafficking when she's not. And if she has changed her life, shit like that could set her back. $15. So 15 now. So 10. Why did I just count that on my fingers? Jesus Christ.
Does have a good
Regardless, her kid was too young to be sitting next to her while she's talking about being on her knees, looking up at Wade, calling him daddy while she's slobbing on the knob.
question here? Because this is, what are your thoughts on Wade now?
I think what he's going through is a difficult situation. I mean, that's a scary situation. I don't know what he did or he didn't do. But I do know if I was sitting in his seat, it would be a hot chair for me and I would be scared for my life.
Oh.
Like I would.
Yeah, no, the Joeys don't really matter for me either, except for the fact that now that I know Pablo put that misinformation out about her being in jail, I'm like, oh God, what if this is not the right Joey? And we've been spreading it around, you know?
I definitely wouldn't be out here, I mean, trying to gloat on it because it's not something to gloat on. You know, I mean, I respect his, you know, his trying and what he's getting, but I mean,
thank you, Nancy. Welcome.
I didn't have a case like this, but I got scared straight with just my case, and that was scary enough for me. And I'm definitely not proud of it either.
I also want to clear up that.
Well, I didn't need it either. I didn't ask for that mental image. He was like, hey, girl, you turning me on. You get my dick so hard. And she's like, I know. Just imagine me on my knees looking up at you saying, daddy. And her kid was right next to her.
You were, can you confirm, just because I know, but I want to put it out there, that you weren't the girl with the pink hair sitting in court?
Look, Deet says she's saying she feels bad for him. Yeah, bring on the Kiosk songs. Yeah, you're making it hard to feel bad for you now, girl. Like you just keep digging your hole deeper. If you've changed, you change. Leave it
Whores
alone.
in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this
I
house.
said certified freak.
No, I definitely was not. I've never been to any of his court cases, never will go to any of his court cases. Like I
I
said,
put it out there because I hear it. I see the misinformation in my own chat on a regular, and I wanted that to come from you because everybody saying Kiosk Kristin was the pink-haired fiance that was sitting there, and I want people.
That's a good option too. That's a good option too. When he said she is currently in jail right now for trafficking, maybe he meant right now during the phone calls, but we're going to need some kind of clarification, you know?
I know that you guys are confused.
I know who I am today, and I don't know what I
No,
was
she
thinking
did
back
not
then.
say slob on the knob in front of her kid. I added that in there because that's what she was talking about.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah, Joey Wood worked at Bambusa Bar and Grill previously.
Yes, that's true.
Let me see.
And if that's Joey Katz used to work at Bambusa Bar and Grill.
Were you mad about the mean stuff he said about you to his dad?
No, I wasn't mad. Again, he's gonna say what he wants. People say whatever when they're in there. I mean, when you're behind the bars, I mean, they're gonna say.
Mel, me and Deets are gonna look into getting some more recent calls.
Whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know, like I said, it was my stupidness that even said, okay, let's connect or whatever the case is, or even.
And see, for me, that's how I'm feeling now after listening to these two interviews, because I haven't listened to these either. I only listened to like the first 10 seconds where she said, I'm not the same Kristen I used to be. Now, after listening to these two, I feel a little different than I did when we started these interviews right here, because I feel like she's not ashamed of, she's not mortified and ashamed of her actions. She's mortified and ashamed that her actions have gone public. And there's a difference.
Accept it. You know, so again, at the end of the day, it's my fault. But I mean,
agree,
I'm not
Dolly.
mad. I don't hate on nobody. I know what it feels like to be in there, and people say wild things when they're inside there.
Yeah, true.
Difficult spot my ass. Fuck her.
Let me see yeah, we're still talking about that. Have you ever talked to Mila?
No, never. I've never talked to any of his ex-girlfriends. The only person
What
I
are
ever
you talking about today then?
Which one? What did
When
I say?
and the call that dropped today, I know you heard it. I know you, because you were listening with me.
He tried getting me to reach out to Mila, but she wouldn't answer the phone back then. And like I said, I don't even know what I was thinking back then.
Yeah, Jen, that's how I feel. She's not ashamed that she did it. She's ashamed that we know she did it. And don't get me wrong, that just because she did this shit doesn't mean her kids should be getting harassed. None of that should be happening. None of it. My lights are off. I'm cutting my camera off. That shouldn't be happening. But unfortunately, from what she's saying, it is. And now I've got to wonder, but is it? Is that really going on?
Because definitely, I'm kind of glad she didn't reach out. Because again, I was fighting my own issues. You know, I shouldn't even have been doing those things. And I did speak to was Steven.
She said she was going to.
At one time.
You did speak to Steven. Steve, are you still on here? Does anybody see Steve? Because he was on here. Steve, is that true? You did talk to her? Let us know. I know you're probably in here somewhere.
Yeah, I spoke to Steve one time. I believe it was only one time. And
he's here? I wanted to pop in. Let me know if somebody, yes, he's here. Let me know if he says that they did talk, just so we can get confirmation. Guys, this is wild. Like every day on here is like Twilight Zone of like, I appreciate you so much. Like this must be the hardest thing. And
you could take the hoe out of the kiosk, but not the kiosk out of the hoe.
I appreciate that you were watching my lives enough to realize that I don't bash anybody. I'm not like, judging people. I'm listening to you guys and I'm letting everybody have moment to air things out. And thank you for being willing to, I mean, it took some convincing, but thank you for, and obviously you saw how it was with everybody else. So I feel like that helped. But then like being able to answer people's questions, I'm sure I'm only going to do that unless you wanted to come back on.
Thank you for being
like
here.
To put it out there so that way people can get that option. Let me see.
I don't even look like that person you see in the mugshots anymore. I'm very proud of who I am today, and what I look like today. More than 100% proud of that, because I've changed a lot for the better. So, again,
so you say, and good for you if you did. And you know what this is going to do? I'm going to continue to cover this. And I'm going to continue to release your calls and talk shit about your calls. But just know I'll be careful in the type of shit I talk about your calls, just in case you are a changed person.
I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud of you taking ownership. I'm sure this has been painful. You've been in my lives watching the whole time, listening to everything everybody's saying.
I think they were,
You're like, oh God, you guys would say some comments and then she's in the background messaging me like, oh God, I can't. And so I definitely love that you were like, you look back at it, you're dreading it. And unfortunately, because of this trial, everything's getting trudged back up. Because honestly, if he wasn't on trial right now for something like this and he wasn't getting so much notoriety in the public, this wouldn't even have been a thing. Because this has nothing to do with the case that's going on now. This is 2019. This is prior to that. It's been a long time.
Can you answer that right there? Who is the girlfriend that tried to press charges? Wasn't that Kristen too? I was never Wade's girlfriend, ever. I was just, I guess, Kiosk Kristin. Never Wade's girlfriend, ever,
Period.
ever.
Did he ever tell you he loved you?
I mean, everybody says that in jail. Everybody says it in jail just to get what they want.
Kristen's like, what can I do?
Would you talk to Wade if he
Get away.
Probably not. Like I said, I want to distance myself from Lee County.
No. The phone calls that we've all been listening to, Nancy, they are from 2019. This interview was done the other day. So 2019 versus 2024.
Jail, Lee County systems.
Can you speak on Lee County system, on how it is so people can realize the system too? I do like it when people are from Lee County. I do want them to be advised of the corruption.
I am from Lee County, as you can see from my mugshots, and it's definitely not a fun place to be at. It's definitely not a great judicial system. I mean, but like I said, when I make mistakes, you make mistakes and you got to face them. Sometimes you got to fess up and just do your time, and take advantage of that and make sure you learn from it. Some people do, some people don't, but I don't want to be a part of Lee County whatsoever in that kind of a way with any kind of charges or anybody within those walls.
Nature Texan.
Now, how did you get in contact with Wade's dad?
Through Wade.
Wade gave him the number.
So
gave her the number.
Information. Now, what did you contact him about?
Because I can't remember exactly what it was about. Wade had asked me to contact him for something, but while I was on the phone with Steven, he did say, I hope you know what you're dealing with. He tried talking me out of not being his friend or, messaging him, to let me know exactly the same things he has said on these lives before. He basically said, I don't think this is a good idea. You're a mother. He basically gave me good advice. Nothing bad. He was for his son.
We've heard his advice. I love when I listen to Steve talk. I can listen to like a straight shooter, anybody that comes out.
Listen, we have got 89 likes on this live stream. Can y'all please go hit that thumbs up for your girl? Thank you. I'm bringing you all the tea today.
It just straight shoots. You can't not
He's a good man.
protect somebody like that.
And at the end of the day, that's still his son and he loves him, so that's the same thing he told me when we were on the call. And no matter what, that's going to be his kid and he's always going to love him.
I'm just proud. I just want people to know the reason why I just kind of wanted just the main key people that have been like on both sides that have been kind of following the case with me. I want them to know because I don't want people out here sitting there like over here, like I'm just bringing on random people to make it look good. I'm not making money. You're not making money. Nobody that's come on my live has made money. We're only doing it to get the people's truths out there. First, guys, I want you to understand there's facts and then there's hearsay and there's a bunch of misinformation. Don't you want to hear from somebody who actually did that thing or was there? So that's why and then to be able to clear the air and say, hey, okay, listen, that was messed up, but like, that's not me. I'm a whole nother person. I don't care if you don't like me or not, but let me at least tell you that I'm embarrassed by that shit too. Like
100%. I am, like I said, there hasn't been a night since this stuff has been happening that I haven't cried myself to sleep. So, I mean, because it's very embarrassing.
I want to big hug you. I mean, there's a bunch of people that, like, I just wish I feel bad. I know we all make mistakes. I would admit that a lot of them were very cringe. And so I can totally feel, I didn't say any of the stuff, but I would just like, I tell everybody that comes on here, you don't owe anybody shit, right?
And like I said, in 2019, when those calls were coming through, I wasn't held guilty for anything as of yet either at that point, and I want to clarify that. All I know is Kristen got scared straight, learned from her mistakes. And I just wish people would stop posting my face all over the internet.
Oh yeah, at least you get to say that out there. And then now now that you put yourself out there when we do it, because I didn't want to bring attention, obviously, to you being in my lives, but like when I start seeing it, we'll address it too. So after everybody comes in, then I start actually, until you feel comfortable, then I'm going to now bring it up and say, hey guys, let's be, she spoke her piece, and I fully have investigated you, and we've talked back and forth, and I know that you are definitely I would have never talked to Kiosk Kristin in my life. And if we had a conversation and you sounded like that, I would have never pulled you on my life, because I told you
I wouldn't talk to Kiosk Kristin either. Honestly, I even said it. I said it earlier to my son. I was like, I can't believe I even sounded like that. Like, what was so embarrassed by it, And it's just disgusting that people are doing it. And it's beyond me. Like, I worked so hard to get to where I am today. I mean, people at my job, I have a great job. I have a great position. And people are seeing this stuff, and it's just very embarrassing. It is extremely embarrassing.
I'm so sorry, girl. Listen, my like, you just made my whole heart hurt right there. Oh man, like, so I'm not.
People do change, and that's what people just don't understand. And throwing their past up in their face, it's not a good thing to do. That past is always going to haunt me. This I know. But to do it with this kind of a case is not cool.
Listen, we're all proud of you. I'm seeing the chat going wild, and they're all feeling it, and they're all thanking you. I'm going to be definitely in there and blocking anything that's negative, because I just want you to not have to repeat yourself, and to be able to live your life and move on from this. Remember that you have nothing to do with what's going on with Wade currently. And you wish
never, but I never really did. I never really did have anything.
Yes, the fuck you did. You created GoFundMe's for him.
To do with what Wade had going on at all. Like, I never got involved in like his case like that. I did text his dad and talk to his dad at that one time, and text me.
That's what she needs to do. That's exactly what she needs to do to get a break from me. At least she needs to apologize to the victims' families.
Back, which was, I'm grateful, but again, at the end of the day, I never really, it was just, just like everybody else is admiring the case, and it's so big, it's got a spotlight. Everybody, that's why I did it. So at the end of the day, I guess that makes everybody else who contacts him too bad, as well as me, But
that's why I tell people, why do you think I preach it on here? Don't judge people.
Like, I pity her. I feel bad that she's feeling bad about it now, but I still think she's only feeling bad about it because it's been publicized. If it wasn't publicized, she wouldn't even be thinking about it,
We all do that, and we grow. You want to go back to me being a teenager, I was a shitbag. And if I was judged by what in my earlier youth years, and then like I built myself, people don't realize that. Like, it takes a lot for you to recognize it. And when you do, and you finally get somewhere, and then now you've gone there and you're so proud of yourself, and then this smacks you right in the face, and you're like, dude, the rest of us, we're not in the spotlight like that. So people aren't digging through, and like, I'm not going to find a call from me, So I'm not like, it's not.
Yeah. So quick to forget that you're fucking laughing about these non-existent victims because you thought he was innocent. That's okay.
No one's going to bring that back up. But then if I just picture myself, if somebody did, I would just be like, dude, I'm not that person. Like, I'll give you all my accomplishments. So
I feel like she could have just denied it was her. Why did she own up to anybody that it was her?
I give kudos to you for that. It takes a very strong person. I really wish I could hug you, because we've talked, and I literally genuinely feel for you. Now, like, I mean, I feel because you have grown, and the way your voice changed, especially when you're not in an addiction anymore, and when you've grown and you've actually become, and you start working, you start becoming a good human in the world, right? Everything about you, your demeanor changes totally, how you talk, how you sound, how you're reflecting yourself. I talk differently. You know, I've definitely been
She
areas
sure
and I look
would.
back like, dang, girl.
Right.
So I get it. So like, I just want to put that out there that we all shouldn't be judging. Believe it, don't believe it.
I don't even want to be in the spotlight anymore. Like, I just wish
I
they
want to
could
just do it one time. That's why I said I'll post it up there, and that way it's at no account that they're gonna message you at.
Oh well, baby, you're in the spotlight. There ain't no telling how many more Kiosk Kristin phone calls are gonna be hitting the scene. I'm just saying. Sorry for you. Sorry for you.
And that way people have it, they can share it out, and we can leave you the hell alone. If this doesn't speak to people and they didn't see like the pain and the emotion that you're going through and be able to determine, then who gives a shit? Because you did your piece. That's all we wanted. You're not.
She had me at the beginning. She had me at the beginning feeling bad for her because she said she was embarrassed and mortified. And I don't want to set anybody back who has changed their lives. But the longer she talks, the more weird shit, red flag things she says. It's like, nah, bitch, you're only mortified because they went public. You're not mortified about your actions with this man.
Trying to profit, you're not trying to sell your story, you're actually trying to hide away from all of it.
But again,
people. Quick question though, because it's popped up a lot, and we're all curious, and
Hey,
I feel like you
Pearl.
talked to him enough that you might, and you know the people, and you're from Lee
She
County.
sure did,
that you
Remy.
might have a background. Definitely, if you're not factual about, or you don't know, then just say you don't know, or if you don't want to get involved, that's true too. But on the, how about Mila?
Anymore.
Have you heard about the
Yeah, she wanted that spotlight then, didn't she?
allegations of what they're saying it transpires at the place?
I don't know anything about her spa. I mean, to be honest with you, I've driven by like the Buddha bar, like, because I used to live out that way a long time ago. I would say about 10 years ago, I lived over that way. But I only know where that bar is. I don't even know where her spa is.
Me too, Heather. Me too. I would have just been like, what? No, she does sound like me though, you know?
No, I've never gone to go try to find it. I could care less.
I haven't spoken on anything about it because I haven't talked to Mila, and I don't think I'm giving her a chance until, you know, to come up and clear her air before I try to drop stuff that could be misinformation, right? That's why I never talked about you, right? Because I say that to everybody. But
well, listen, all I know is those phone calls you were listening to before, they were ugly. Like,
did you watch the trial at all?
I did watch the trial from my computer. Yeah, I did. Every time it was on, I did. Because again, it's interesting. Of course, it's an eye catcher. Sorry about my little dog in the background. But and again, I did talk to him at one time. And it was nothing more than a few months. That was it. Oh
wait, actually no. Kanisha said that perfectly. I remember that on the phone call to you. He said that they had an escort business.
No, that's what he did tell me that. He did tell me that, but I didn't go.
Kanisha, thank you. Shout out, girls, because I totally forgot about that till you brought it back. I just happened to see it in the flying text.
I can't say for sure whether it was something that was happening. I have no idea.
Right? You didn't have any proof.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
We're at 114 likes. Thank y'all. Make sure you keep hitting those thumbs up if you haven't yet.
Said a million things on there. I mean, I said things that I can't even imagine myself saying right now, like ever, like a day in my life.
You talk to me, and I'm like trying to picture and squint in my brain. I could see why people wouldn't believe that it's you because, like, it was definitely a different conversation back then, right?
Yeah, it was a different person. And
different motives,
Danny, come here, please.
Oh God, this is her other jailbird in the background.
No, the people don't want the kid. They want to leave kids out. So no offense. This is minor. We don't want.
Oh, never mind. I thought I could have swore on the other call she said Danny was her ex that was in jail. So is Danny her son? Interesting.
Danny, be quiet.
Although, if you want to be that, you want me to share a post or something, put it out there. We can get opinions or something for you. All right.
He didn't expect me to do this because I don't even know how to use TikTok. At the end of the day,
the least we could do for all the trauma, right?
I mean, honestly, I didn't even know how to get onto TikTok. It was him that showed me how to make a whole account so I could even start scrolling. And now my other son is telling me, Mom, just stay off of it. Just stay off of it. Because it is very embarrassing. And again, Kristen is not the same person, and it's old news. It's from 2019. How many years ago? We're almost in 2025, guys. Like, seriously.
Yes, I know. I agree with that. I applaud you, though. It takes a lot to do this. I know you were very skeptical about it, but so far, if you could.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link to this in the chat again. That way, y'all can go watch it because there's also. No, Pearl, you're good. You're good, love. Yeah, I guess if Danny's her kid, she was about to put her kid on. Mom said, oh, her ex was Brian. Okay. Mom said when Kristen was asked if she would talk to him again, she said, probably not. Yep. So here's the link to that for y'all to save it if you want it. because we also it's 12:50 and I've got to get off at 1:30. And I wanted to show y'all because we've got his daddy doing an interview with this lady as well. So let's
turn this camera on.
Bye, Steve.
Hey, how do you turn this camera on?
So you should be able to actually, do you have 1,000 followers?
No, I've never been on TikTok
Okay.
until this shit.
Okay, so then no, we're not gonna be able to see. You have to have at least 1,000 to be seen.
Oh,
Like,
it's
you can be
1,000 to be
under
seen.
1,000 because I have more. But yeah, once you get 1,000, and I could totally understand why you.
The link I just posted in the chat, the second one is this interview with Steve, Wade's dad.
You don't want to put yourself totally right now because the world's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth and all that shit. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't really fuck with the comments, but I do want to say I love
Right,
my
Stevie?
son very much. Okay, and that was fucked up for me to do. I didn't, for me to have to make that decision, right? Because I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to be put in that situation. All I ever did was try to help my son, right? And all the bullshit that.
He's only, so far from what I understand, he's only done 2 interviews since Wade's trial. The first one was on Lockdown 23-1. We watched it on my part 1 of the Kiosk Kristin interview. And then this one.
At people spend online. I don't give a shit. I've never been paid a single dollar for shit. I don't care about followers. I don't care about clicks. I don't care about any of that crap. That means nothing to me. What people miss in this situation, I don't give a fuck what theory you come up with. There are 2 innocent women that were killed at the hands of my son. And I don't know if anybody knows what that feels like, but it's fucked up. Okay. And to hear your child, no, I didn't raise him, but damn it, he was given a great life by these people that did everything for him. And to hear your child say some of the things that he said to me, I can't ever take it back. I can't forget it. It really has fucked me up. And that's sugarcoating it, because I promise you,
Laundry,
there's so
she's
many
saying that it is her. She's just a changed person and she regrets her actions from back then.
details to it and the severity of it that it's sickening.
Me too, Seymour.
And that's sad for me to say, because that's my son. And I love my son. You don't even know. I didn't want to give him up for adoption, but at the end of the day, I realized as I grew.
He was 14 years old when Wade was born.
That it was the best choice because I couldn't keep my ass out of trouble. So
there were a couple that went to church with Wade's biological mother's parents, and they are the ones who adopted Wade.
I hate to see people say, oh, he's just trying to profit off his son. Think about what you're saying. Think about like these two kids, Diane's children. I don't know if they're on here looking at this shit, but they know what happened to their mom.
Yep.
Imagine your mom leaves one day and you never see her again. That's fucked up.
People that do that impact statement.
Oh, he was 15.
I mean, my heart hurt for that boy. It's like, and then like, just to be the devil, like, we all watched your son, and just the lack of remorse of hearing somebody like that. I feel like that was where I was triggered, because I'm like, hey, how do you, so it just made me feel like, ugh. But like, at the same time, I applaud you. You saved somebody, like, and not too many parents are going to be able to do what you did. Okay. Most parents are going to try to help their child. And then you have all that on your conscience, right? And on your hands. If you already said, and I've watched multiple things where you have stated, like he even said that if he were to have gone away.
Round of applause for Steve. Look who changed their life. That's what's up. And you did the right thing. And you possibly saved numerous women from being unalived by your son.
Able to get out, he would have hurt somebody else. So you who knows how many people you saved just by getting him locked up, and how hard of a situation that must have been, gut wrenching. And then you guys had to have those conversations, right? How uncomfortable was that first conversation when he knew that you were the one that set him up, and you have to talk to somebody that you genuinely love because he's your son, and just say, this is the right thing for you.
See, that's where people get it twisted, though. All these people online, and listen, I'm the stupidest son of a bitch when it comes to technology. If I can't do it on my phone, I can't do it. I can't even turn a computer on. So think about all these people that have whatever theories, and that's fine. I respect your shit as long as you don't lie and like bring in people that didn't ask for this. Don't bring them into the shit, right? Find that jail visit. Go ahead.
Well, we're trying. We're trying, Steve. We're trying.
Should be public record. Find it.
That's the one thing I want the most right now is his jail visit with Wade, where Wade confessed to him at that visit. And then I also want his interrogation video where he confessed to the law enforcement. Neither are available. Well, the interrogation video is not available right now. I think they're waiting until after sentencing.
And when you find it, I want you to post it there because you'll hear my son say to me, Dad, I'm not mad at you. I know you did what was right, and you know.
Oh, Stevie, don't call yourself stupid, Steve. You is smart. You is beautiful. You is good.
Know me so well because you're right, Dad. I would have done it again. So
yeah, I actually heard that.
I know,
one, so you're right. That's actual information.
Fuck being coerced and all this shit. You know, first of all, with your story, now you're jeopardizing people's businesses, okay? And claiming things are this and that and all this. Come on, man. That's not fair. And do you
No, Mila, I think, confessed to him that she had news media recording their phone calls, listening in on their phone calls. But the one who turned them in was his dad.
Really think if any of that shit was true, by now, it's been 5 years. They would have already busted that shit up. They would have done whatever they had to do.
Yeah, he said, baby, what we need to talk about this. Do not listen to what anybody says. I did not sleep with those women.
To stop whatever was going on. So,
and he only slept with Christine Melton. He didn't sleep with the second victim, Diane.
Since thinking, get the damn visit from the jail, and then that will shut everything down. And I don't like saying that. I don't like talking bad about my son. He's my son. But the problem is, I know my son is fucked up. I know he's fucked up.
He's an addict. He needs help.
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. And you know, I don't know what else to say.
No, is it harder for you now, because you guys haven't been communicating, right? That's what the
I'm almost positive. I don't want to say 100% sure, but I think that last phone call where we got into it, I think that was the last time we talked. Maybe one other call, but I don't think so.
And how long ago was that?
That was
5 years.
I don't even know the date on that. It was shortly after he was
years ago,
arrested.
or like more recent?
Oh no, that was 2019. That was a couple days.
That was like, okay, so that was still way back in 2019. See, because now they're starting to release all those things, all the jail calls. So all those is now starting to come forward. So now it appears like they're new, but there's no timestamp, and that's why I'm like trying to decipher, and that's why
all of those calls that have been released this far are only 2 weeks of him being in jail. It was before any charges were actually put on him.
It's awesome to get somebody like you that has firsthand knowledge and is actually able to speak the truth. When I tell you that we support you, Steve, like nothing, I'm a mom, and I couldn't imagine being in that situation that you have. I hope nobody has to be in that situation to make that sort of decision. He came to you and he went to you right with it. And you were like, at first, of course, not believing him because you're used to that kind of, how Wade is and not believing too much. And obviously he tells some far-fetched stories. So you're like, yeah, right. And then finally it clicks and you're like, wait a second, this is like a little crazy. Now, how, like you said, he said it multiple times, right? There was multiple times, then finally it clicked for you.
Said what multiple times?
Like,
what
like
he
when
did?
he admitted, when he had called you and said what he, and explained in detail how he hurt those women.
You're saying, I know what you're saying. You don't
yeah,
have
like
to
when he admitted it, right?
I got you were like, I don't believe. So listen, yeah, I've said everything I've said. That's the damn truth. 100%. The detail. I was on the phone with my son. Called me at 10. The U.S. Marshals got there like 11:45 or whatever it was. We were on the phone and during that whole time. But that phone call, yeah, he told me everything. He told me everything he did. That was the phone call that he broke it all down to me. you know, and initially I wanted to help him until I heard like the severity of it and what really happened, because he told me the truth. So listen, I don't want to do that. This is not my thing, right?
Yeah, hey, listen, I applaud you for coming on here, because this isn't your thing, but I do want to tell you though, Wade, that when I tell you that you do have a lot of support, I know that you're fairly new to it, but there is a lot of people that are rallying behind what you did. So as much as it's painful to hear, there's a lot more people that are just applauding at you saving others, because you did. As much as you did.
Let me just say this. When my son is sober, he's a good kid, man. Funny as hell, you know, spontaneous, you know, just a good kid. But unfortunately, he is that. I'm sure we all know somebody like that. He is that person that when he does meth, it completely changes him. He used to call me 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, Dad, they're outside my hotel room, you know, they're surrounding me, because he's wigging out. When I tell you, I can't even describe the amount of paranoia, the amount of just fear that overcomes him. You know, it's the fucking meth. It's the devil to him, 100%. But I just want to say, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here. I didn't want to do that shit. Why would I ever want to be in the position to have to make a decision of my son, who I finally reconnected with and have wanted that for years and years and years? All I wanted was my son. But unfortunately, he had a habit. He was a criminal. You know, he wasn't making good choices. So for me, I had to get him help. I had to put him in treatment. I had to you wouldn't imagine the money I spent, okay? Because he's my son and I love him and I want him to do right. But unfortunately, I put him in a facility. He went willingly. He didn't stay, and he took off. I mean, he took off.
And not to forget that when Kelly was trying to help him get into a rehab is when he basically kidnapped her, sexually assaulted her, almost killed her, beat her ass.
You know, ending up in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, whatever. He's not familiar with the area. He didn't know what the hell was going on. He was getting high. He was around people he didn't know. And you know, he was spiraling. And, you know, I don't beat on women. I don't abuse women. I don't do any of that. So for me, it's been so hard, you know, like genetics. Damn, where did that come from? You know, I don't understand it, but it is what it is. You know, he has some problems, and that makes me sad as his father, but I love my son. I'm sad that his shit turned out this way, because he had so much potential. You know, he was, like I said, funny, good, charming. You know, he had so much potential and he could do so much in his life, but he just couldn't straighten out. And to me, that's devastating. And I want to say one more thing. Lockdown 23-1. Me and this dude, Josh, have messaged for years. And he said, you know, if there's ever a time that you want to talk, I'm here for you. And I respect him, because he's always had my back as a father who had to make a fucked up choice. He didn't pay me a fucking thing. I wouldn't take $1 over this. This is madness. This is sad. It's a tragedy. So I respect him. I respect him always having my back. And that's why I felt comfortable having a conversation with him, because, you know, this shit makes me nervous. My nerves are bad. I'm stressed out all the time. You know, I'm sad. I don't know how to deal with this shit. But, you know, all these theories and all this madness, it's got to stop, because people's families are watching this shit and they.
Here's the link to the interview with Lockdown 23-1 that we went over on the first Kristen video, for anybody that wants to grab the link and save it for watch later.
Lost people that they'll never fucking get back. And that is fucked up. So, you know,
I think the hard part is because you know, he's got the life, he's been sentenced life or death on the 27th. So now because of that, I think there's just more publicity for it. And then that whole part of the attraction, you know, that became like a whole thing too. So it's just like, now I have a question. Are you going to go with to be at the court for that, or no?
No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be there for that. I don't want to listen.
Are you there for the grandkids at least? Are you guys to see his kids?
Yeah, I'm in communication. Communication with.
At least you got you got the good pieces of him, you know?
Yeah, those kids are beautiful. And both of those kids are my grandkids. That's how I feel. I don't give a shit about DNA. They're both my grandkids, and I love them both. And their mother is doing a bang up job keeping them kids safe and sheltering them the best she can. So, you know, it is what it is. She's doing the best she can do. The kids don't deserve to be posted online. They have to go to school. You know, people think before you do shit. You have to think a little bit. People are crazy in this world. So, You know, listen, I appreciate you giving me a minute. And really, the only reason I came on here was for all the stupid ass people saying that's not his dad, whatever. I just can't stand people that are so dumb that they just have zero common sense. So
welcome to the internet, Steve.
I appreciate you. You made
welcome, baby, because that's what this is.
like it, yeah, you know,
it's a fucking cesspool.
We definitely have been excited because some of us not because this is a tragedy all the way around, but to have it never happens that way. I don't know if you watch any true crime or anything, but there's so many parents that actually enable their child and then they go out and hurt others. And it's like, hey, sometimes you have to do the right thing, whether even in your mind, if it's not. So listen, we stand behind you. You keep being you. We're like, as soon as I heard your voice, I knew it was you because I definitely have heard it so many times and never once has anybody that with any common sense would think anything badly about what I couldn't imagine. I'm sure every day is a daily battle for you. Like you.
Can I say one more thing that bothers me?
Anything you want to say? You go right. No, listen. You have go ahead. You speak right on.
I've heard something that I guess I spoke a little bit, maybe sideways. I don't know, but what I meant by me saying my two boys that I raised, I know they would never do that, and I didn't mean because I've taught them discipline and respect and treat women, like queens, right? So what I meant by that was I didn't raise Wade. Okay, the signs that I would have seen in Wade if I raised him, I would have understood them better because I've been there, I've done that, and that's not a knock on his I don't even say adoptive parents. They're his parents. They raised him. Okay, it's not a knock on them. It's just they haven't been to prison. They're not drug addicts. They haven't had a shitty life. So I'm going to pick up on those behaviors way before them. There was a situation where at one point he came home as a teenager and he was wigging out in the living room in the middle of the night. And they didn't understand. They just thought, oh my God, he's having a mental breakdown. No, it was fucking the meth. But they didn't grow up like that.
They're not used to that environment.
They haven't lived like that. So they didn't pick up on that. And that's what I meant by what I said.
But see, you shouldn't even have to explain that. The problem is you got all these Wade Wilson supporters, all these Wade Wilson simps out here that are picking apart every word his dad has said. And frankly, almost every single word his dad has said, I have agreed with 100%. Even though he knew his son was a murderer, he was still trying to do right by him. And that has to be hard.
Because I would have picked up on that. I live in freaking Polk County, Florida. Come on. Anybody from Florida knows about Polk County.
Oh, shit. He lives in Grady State or County. He lives in Grady. Oh, my God. Good for you, boo.
I would have picked up on that. But those people are great people. They busted their ass to give him a great life, and he made fucked up choices.
Yep.
That's the reality.
I wanted to ask you a question about it because I saw someone I was watching the trial. Have you guys, because it mixed with the drugs, right? Have you thought about the CTE portion because he did play sports, like head injuries mixed with narcotics?
Yeah, listen, I get the angle. Whatever. I get.
That's what they're trying to claim now, that he's got like some Aaron Hernandez brain injuries that caused him to do this shit. No, he's just a psychopath because before he had those sports injuries when he was a young teenager. No. Let me take that back. It was after sports injuries, but he was child molesting at 21 years old.
Angle. I understand. How many fucking people play football every damn year, day? What
does getting a sports injury make you molest kids? I don't know.
Never.
Yeah, look at Aaron Hernandez. Same thing, right?
I've been in 2 motorcycle accidents. I played football. Listen, I get it. CTE is a real thing, but that's like consecutive head trauma. Okay. So I understand the angle and I respect it from his lawyers, but I don't know what to say about that. I believe that people make choices,
right?
And sometimes we make fucked up choices, and sometimes we have to pay for them. So,
now, do you still talk to the biological mother, or you guys aren't in contact?
No, we haven't spoken in years. Like I said, she's still dealing with her issues. She's never been the same since that, and she's still trying to get shit together and figure things out. But no, we have not spoken. And, I just know what I've seen online, she just hasn't been able to get it together yet, but she'll get there.
See, we got 1,000 people listening to you talk right now. Everybody, the chat's going wild. This is definitely, people have been waiting to hear you. And obviously, I don't make any money off of this. You're not making money off of this. I applaud you for being able to come out and speak on it. And I actually respect you. I love how you're just straightforward and blunt and honest and real. It's hard to find those qualities these days. So,
a lot of people listen to these phone calls, and then I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go. I know I've said it like 5 times, but
listen, listen, the platform is yours. You're bringing a whole crowd here. Look at them. They're giving. You see those gifts they're giving you? They're giving you gifts right now.
The problem is all these stupid ass people that are gonna, well, look at Wade's dad. He's profiting, and he just wants to. He's jealous of Wade. Blah blah. I mean, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. You heard him. You heard him. Shut the fuck up. Don't be saying shit like that, idiots.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Daddy don't give a fuck.
Here, just for that main purpose, but
you're gonna get haters no matter where you go. You know how it is. It's those modern times now. So who cares what they say? You know the truth. You know your facts, and you know what you did. Who cares what these people say? That's why I say I get my mods, kick them out. I don't care. We don't care what they gotta say.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and then I really am gonna go because I've had a long day. And I wasn't intending for this, but these phone calls that people are hearing, Wade spoke to me freely on the phone because, like I said, nobody knows that I went down and visited him the day Diane's body was found for that purpose. That's why I went to see him, to try to help find this woman's body. So, all the phone calls after that where we're talking, and I know who I'm dealing with. I know where he's at. And he's still my son, and I want to help him, and I want to give him good advice, and I want to be there. And my point is saying, don't talk to the media. You haven't even gone to court yet. You haven't even been charged with this shit yet. And you're just blah, 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 blah. But he talked freely to me on the phone because he knew he didn't have anything to hide. I went and saw him the day before. He told me where she was at. He told me everything. He showed emotion for the first time ever when I told him Diane had 2 children. These kids are on the TV begging their mama to come home. I said, wait, we know she's not coming home. Do the right thing. And he did. He did it in visitation. And he, that night, did it with the detectives. That's where the confession comes from. Nobody coerced nobody. Get the video from the visit. And I knew what I was dealing with my son on the phone. I knew he was sober at that point. I knew he knew what he had done. And I was just trying to be there as a dad for him and give him good advice. It's one thing to talk after a trial is done and the jury's done and blah, blah, blah. But, you're doing this beforehand. And I just feared that.
Thank you so much.
He's still my son. I don't know what I feel with that. He's my son. I don't want my son fucking executed. I don't want my son to fucking kill.
Gifts on TikTok. It's kind of like super chats here, but it's like roses, stuffed animals, like little emojis that you can send to them, cowboy hat and mustache, and it all adds up to money for the creator. I love you too, baby. Have a good day. Be careful. So it's kind of just like super chats or memberships. It's just a way to support the creators.
Kill 2 innocent people. I don't want my son to never see the beach again or go to the mountains again. I don't want that for him. But unfortunately, that's where we are.
He's not getting the gifts. He's not making the money. She is.
So, I just talked to him and tried to soothe him and all that shit. The way he asked for money and this and this and that. That's how it was on the street. So that was nothing new to me. So, my breaking point was when he got on TV and did all that
Michael.
shit. It sent me over the edge, and I was trying to communicate with him, but I knew that he was in fight or flight mode. He knew what he was facing, and he was just trying to save himself. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Yeah, it makes you evil. It completely warps your brain. And sometimes if you do meth for long enough, you become burnt out to where even like it fucks with your brain so bad to where even when you're sober, you'll still continue acting like you're on meth. The geeking, the tweaking, all of that. And it's called burnout. It means you're sober, but you can't tell that person's sober because they're stuck in the meth brain.
So I think, he was doing anything to try to save his life.
He is not, Wade, in my opinion, is not burnout.
But unfortunately, what he says and what the evidence say are 2 different things.
She sure did. You are lucky,
I don't know what else to say.
Spitfire.
So I'm going to jump off of here.
Before you go, can I ask you one question? Because you're the only one that can confirm this with this. And I watched the trials too, and I couldn't find that. So when they located the second victim after, because obviously Wade told you where they were at, you weren't there when they found the body, right? You didn't see her, right?
No, I never saw her. I know.
I went down there.
I know when I came out of the jail visit, and I put $100 on his account, not 20, just for the record. But when I came out of the visit, my wife was sitting in the truck, and you know, she was watching the live coverage of where they had found Diane's body. You know, I don't know if it was previously found. I don't know if I know they were watching the visit, so I don't know if that was what did. I don't know. I didn't ask those questions, but no, I was never there where she was at, if that's what you meant.
Yeah. So, and then like a lot of things that he confessed to you, I was like, man, did he really like run her over or no? Like, because then like that's the part is everybody's like, oh, there was no DNA on the outside of the car, and I'm like, okay,
yeah, let me just say this, and then I'm really gonna go. Yes, he run her over, unfortunately, and they explained in the trial that they can only submit so many DNA samples, and then after that, I think they get charged or whatever per sample or whatever. They didn't need all those. They had more samples than they ever needed.
Oh, really? Jinlu? So what we call burnt out is dope fucked where you're from. I mean, it's still kind of the same thing because you are, even if you sober up, you're still fucked by the dope you chose, you know? And it can you imagine being sober and still acting like a tweaker, still thinking like a tweaker? I don't even know if they know that they're burnt out. I have a friend that's burnt out and I don't think he knows, but we see him and it's like, did he relapse? But no, it took us a while to figure out his brain's stuck like that.
They used what they needed. So I can't answer why, but I know my son told me the truth and I know he told me what he did. So I don't know. Other than that, I know what my son told me. So
I know.
I appreciate you being on here. We'll let you go, but hey, if you all I can say and leave with you is keep, you know, hopefully maybe he'll end up getting some sort of reformation, doubtful, but like maybe he will at least get to a point where he can appreciate everything that you have done because it was for the best. And then you'll be able to have that, at least that, because he's going to, no matter what, he's incarcerated the rest of his, is one or the other, but more, you know, even if he gets a second trial, it's still going to be incarceration for life. You and I both know that. But I hope at least that because he's your kid, you know, you still have that, you did something that was difficult to do, but I'm still hoping that you at least have that connection, at least down the road when he realizes, hopefully, let's hope for better jail reformation, probably not in Florida, but you know.
Well, I'll say this, and I'm doing it.
We
again.
got one more. He keeps saying, I'm going to leave. We got one more short little video after this one.
The problem is not the problem. It is what it is.
It's only 2 minutes long. 2 minutes long.
Money on. If you want to send my son thousands of dollars, I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me, you know, whatever. But I think right now he's very comfortable, and I'm happy he's comfortable. You know, I don't want him to suffer. I mean, he's my son, but you know, he's taken care of. Is what it sounds like to me, and that's great. But you know, I don't know. I think the problem, what happens is a lot of people are initially attracted to him because he's a great looking man. Like I said, he's funny, he's charming, he's sober right now, I hope. And it takes a little while, you know?
Oh yeah,
and then
he's taken care of. Look at that.
All I'm doing is sending him shit. I'm sending him money, I'm sending him books. All he does is ask me for shit all the time. And then they
look at that, $63,000. He's definitely taken care of.
Totally fall off. You know, that's just been the past. I don't know going forward. It seems like there's some pretty devoted wives, I guess is what they're called, and that's, hey, whatever. I don't judge nobody for what they choose to do, but you know,
I'm hoping that you take that money though that he's getting on his books at least and donate it to the victims because you know,
not only that, but yes, to the victims, but send your kid's mama some money because she's doing it by herself. I mean, she's married, but she's doing it. Okay. Send some money to your children. Let's see how much you love them. Send some money to
Amen, Steve.
Yeah, you got $63,000 fucking dollars sitting in this Fundly account. Send your children some money.
Amen to that. Like literally.
That's all I have to say about that.
I haven't even heard him talk about his kids.
So, all right.
They're raising money to take care of him and to afford his lawyer fees.
I'm gonna jump off of here. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night and stay safe. Stay away from crazy people.
Thank you for coming on the live, Steve. I appreciate
How do I
you.
get out of here?
I'll kick you out, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that one's over. So that was Steve's interview. I'm going to attach the link again for anybody who's on replay. It will also be in the description in case, for whatever reason, sometimes certain music I play on here gets copyrighted and I have to clip it out. And when I do that, it gets rid of the live chat replay. So just in case that happens, I'm going to also put it in the description. Here is one more video that I wanted us to go over. And this is JD Delay covering Jumpsuit Pablo. And this is the reason they call Jumpsuit Pablo a troll and say that he puts misinformation out.
I want everyone to know that I'm okay. You don't need to reach out.
So there is clearly a lot going on with this video. For those of you who aren't aware of what's been going on, Jumpsuit Pablo said some unsavory things on the internet about the prison gang that he used to be in, and they went to his house and things have been weird ever since.
I took over a black prison gang during my 10 years in prison.
And then this.
Yeah, the fellas, they're coming over. We're kind of
Then we didn't hear anything else for a little bit, and then he gave us, well, this.
I'm sorry, and I apologize for the video I made saying that I took over a black prison gang when I was in prison.
Oh boy, Pablo looked a little bit roughed up and it looked like he was nervous. He was constantly looking to the side. A lot of people are saying that this is staged and he's a marketing genius. Then we got this like a day and a half later.
And don't be worried. I'm totally fine.
I'm just going to point out a few things. He's still wearing that same tore up shirt. He looks dirtier. He's in his socks. But did you see it? His eyes are looking over to the side like he's reading from a script.
Nothing has happened to me. There's nothing wrong with me, as you can see.
Now, like my dude said, his face ain't mucked up, but he's wearing the same shirt. He's got dirty ass socks on, half on his feet. And what was that location, bro? I've seen his house. It doesn't look like he looked like he in squalor. And all of that seemed really, really scripted, like he was literally reading from something off of the side. I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who has kidnapped people before, the number one concern that you have when you kidnap somebody is you do not want them to go to the police, and you don't want anybody else to go to the police either. Now, when I've been in the position where I needed to kidnap somebody, I did not want to kill anybody, and these dudes probably don't either. But he's definitely got a violation from his hood, so they might be having him work it off by doing some dirt, or they might have him trying to raise some money to get his freedom back. Also, gang members aren't stupid, and they probably see the views that Pablo has gotten off of this whole thing, and they might be waiting until the 15th when he gets paid from TikTok so they can drain that account right out from underneath him. Or maybe he's just brilliant at marketing and he's making all of this up, but like Jumpsuit my homeboy, bro, and honestly, I believe that he would have contacted me if everything was cool. I think I'd be in the loop. So now that you're all up to speed on hostage TikTok, what do you guys think? I'm just
Okay. What
glad Pablo's still alive, to be honest.
See, I think you're pumping this shit up, JD Delay, and you knew it was a joke. It was bullshit. But this is why he is accused of trolling a little bit, you know? Yes, that's what I'm saying, Remy. He's part of it. Yeah, he's running with it. Yeah. It was a joke. But he's also been known, and I'm still doing a deep dive, he's also been known to put other misinformation out or blatantly lie about things. So I'm looking into that. I still fuck with Pablo. It's just it makes me wary. Like, he could have very easily researched and seen that Kiosk Kristin was not currently residing in prison somewhere for trafficking. But it's very possible he meant like during that phone call. He could have. So we need some clarification on that, but it put a little sour taste in my mouth. But more than anything, it just makes me do my due diligence. Like, if there's something he says that I question, I will just research it for myself from now on and make sure that we've got the right information. Still on when I've kidnapped people. I got a deep dive. Yeah, he should just at least clarify, because he could have been talking about she was incarcerated around the same time those phone calls were made, or he was saying that she was incarcerated currently in 2024. And if he was saying that she is currently incarcerated in 2024, that means he either knew and blatantly handed out that misinformation, or he trusted another source without researching it for himself. And you have to be willing to do your due diligence before you put shit out there like that. Oh, Lord. It's a lot, man. But I'm still looking. I still fucks with jumpsuit. Gang, gang. But I'm going to definitely, you know, do my own research when it comes to certain things he says. Okay, so that is it, guys. I appreciate y'all for being here. Please make sure to hit that like or the dislike if you a hating ass bitch in the bushes. Make sure you hit that dislike for your girl. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Friday, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.
Bye, Felicia. We all swim